welcome back everyone. I say welcome back because this would be the second installment if the first one didn't come out so terrible. I mean, it was so terrible I decided to just omit it from my playthroughs because the volume, the audio was just horrible. My camera was covering most of the interface, most of the tag boxes. It was just basically carnage. Like, nothing good came out of it. So I'm redoing this. So we're playing the Forgotten City, which is like get flung back into time. There's a city, they have a one golden rule, and you have to figure out who breaks that golden rule before time runs out. Hope you enjoy, and without further ado, let's jump right into it. As you see, please avoid spoilers. Dear content creators, as you'll discover this game is full of intrigue and plot twists, please give your audience a spoiler warning before sharing content from beyond the white hallway, so that interested players can fully enjoy the experience for themselves if they wish to. Once again, there's your warning. Yes, back to this. Follow Santius back to the shrine and use the portal. We've done it.
Salve, friend. Mind telling me who you are and what you're doing with that bow on your back?
Oh yeah, right, my bow. He recognizes the bow. Okay.
Oh, sounds serious. I'm listening.
Yes, thing is, there are certain quests you have to figure out as well, and once you complete the quest, this guy at the entrance can just take care of that, so you don't have to repeat it, which is a nice feature. So, Julia's dying, but Lucy can't get help without the syphilin. Take it and go quickly.
Julia? Oh no.
Oh no!
Alright, I can do that.
That's great. Need to stop Fabia entering the empty shrine.
Alright, let me see. Stop Fabia going in, but send the new arrival to the empty shrine. Understood.
Gotcha.
I'll go, but once I'm done, I'll need you to tell me how you know all of this.
Magic, dude. Magic. I can't overtake him. He's too fast. My agility is...
You, Sisyphus, attack or pursue the stone that always returns.
Excuse me? Who are you, actually?
Just as the ocean accepts the rivers of all the world, so this place accepts all the souls. But it does not notice the crowds that come.
Very cryptic. So, what's your story?
The bloodless shadows wander without
Right,
flesh or bone.
shadow.
Some crowd the forum, some the house of the ruler of the depths. Others follow their trades, imitating their previous lives.
I'm sorry, I have no idea what that means. Yeah, even though I've heard a lot of this bloodless shadow, I am still nowhere closer to solving what that means.
They never do.
Right. I didn't need that. Do you know a way out of here?
There is only a downward path, gloomy with fatal yew trees. It leads through dumb silence to the infernal regions.
Do you need help? Yeah, do you need help?
Help me? You cannot help me. I have seen things. A pattern, a terrible pattern. It is better for you if you remain ignorant. Pandora's box must stay closed. I'll say no more.
I gotta save. For a Roman city, there are a lot of references to Greek gods and Greek mythology. I might be wrong, but that could be significant.
The bloodless shadows. This is their punishment.
Do you need... we've already been there. Can you tell me about the pattern you saw?
You think you wish to know, but you do not. It is better for you if you remain ignorant. Pandora's box must stay closed. I'll say no more.
Alright, you've told that before.
The newly arrived are ignorant of the road before them.
Alright. Good talk. Don't steal anything, don't hurt anyone, don't. Whoever wrote this didn't get a chance to finish. Evidently. Oh yeah, we have a flashlight. But also, more importantly, we have a golden bow. Oh yeah, right, also, those statues whisper to me. Weirdly enough.
Keep an eye out for Santella, would you?
Yeah, Horatius, I will, but what do you think of my bow?
What is it, citizen?
Well, we've already done his part. Yeah, right, Scintilla is the magistrate's daughter, she's missing, and these two bozos seem to have something to do with that. Horatius and...
How come you're allowed a weapon and I'm not?
yeah, this guy. Domitius. Something's going on there. This is the magistrate's house? No, this is the Malleus, the challenger.
Later, Dad.
Domitius doesn't usually let anyone in here without a hefty tribute, so you must have been desperate to see me. Well, what do you want?
Yes, also that's a thing. Tonight there's an election going on between the current magistrate and this bozo. And we've encountered an assassin before that's looking for someone named Quincius. And when we got a note from the assassin, he described him as a person with green and blue eye. And this one quite fits that description. So, you're Quincius? Speechless.
My name is Marcus Malleolus Gurgis. You seem to have confused me with someone else.
No, I don't think so. You have one green eye, one blue eye, just like the description on this execution order from Emperor Nero. Right, the assassin was carrying orders from Emperor Nero with the description of the guy, and this was the description.
You mean my heterochromia? I am guilty of nothing more than having different colored eyes. And I'm hardly the only person with the condition. Alexander the Great had it too, as it happens.
Yeah, but we're not looking
I like
for
to think
Alexander
it is simply
the
the way
Great.
the gods have chosen to mark a natural-born ruler. Nothing more.
I can't prove it's you yet, but I will. Apparently Quincius also suffers from delusions of grandeur. Yeah, what do you think of that?
I am not suffering from any delusions, as today's election will firmly establish.
I can't prove it's you,
Unlikely,
but well,
because it simply isn't true. Now, was there something else you wanted?
I want you to withdraw from the election. Sure.
Are you insane? You barge into my villa, uninvited, and then make outrageous demands?
Yeah, I
Why
mean,
would I withdraw from
even
an
though
election
he's a
I'm
dick, he's got
bound
a
to win?
point. Oh, I wouldn't call this a bluff. I can do it. I have a bow. I mean, it would mean I call Armageddon upon us, but I can do it. Because if you don't, I'm going to kill you.
You fool.
You fool.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
What? Bluffing is not allowed? Bluffing is not allowed? Excuse me?
What did you idiots do?
I've been able to bluff and lie before without this happening. What's different now? I swear to God, this golden rule is very wishy-washy on what actually breaks it. Hi Santius, sorry you have to go through this like, what, the 10th time? Right, we're back. Yes.
Salve, friend.
It's you.
Oh.
Yep.
You? Alright.
That's it. Oh yeah, also this guy in the previous loop gave me a zip line. I remember now. I don't believe I've met you yet. Who are you?
Name's Rufius. Better watch your step.
Oh. I remember something from this guy, Rufius. I think I needed to give him some about the rheumatism. Yeah, I needed to give him the medicine.
What business is that of yours?
Figured out a treatment, eat a pinch of willow bark, and you should feel better in no time.
Willow bark? And this will work? Oh, thank God. Finally, some relief. This is what I've been praying for. Maybe God hasn't abandoned me after all. Thank you. I've been in a lot of pain lately. The rheumatism, these cursed statues always watching, and the crisis of faith. It was too much. Started messing with my head. This is exactly what I needed to set it straight again.
So you're not gonna break any golden rules? Yeah, so what's your story?
Can't talk long, got to stay sharp, but family's from Seleucia on Tigris, Babylon province. I've been roaming a long time now. Even joined the legions.
What is happening?
Sixth, the one they call Ironclads.
I am morbidly curious what happened just now. But also, how did you end up here?
Sure. I was fighting with the Sixth against Parthians in the east. Only my whole body was aching every time I took a swing of my gladius. It was the rheumatism. Relentless. Unending.
And then you fell into a river and woke up here.
Of course, I wasn't going to get any sympathy from my commander. So I started thinking.
Just like I did.
What if, in the next battle, I just didn't try as hard, you know? What if I
Fortune
let my
smile on
guard
you, brother.
down just long enough?
This guy.
Next battle came, and all I remember is this bloody great savage coming toward me. And I just loosened my grip, and then nothing. I woke up by the river. Some strange man in an eagle headdress had fished me out. Kamut Tabal, I think he called himself. Then I found this place, and that's it.
Alright.
That's alright. It just feels good to finally tell someone about it. Thanks for listening.
So do you know a way out of here?
No, I don't. I did hear a rumor that Aurelia, the tavern keeper, has been offering to sell a way out. But I barely have 2 sesterci to rub together.
Oh, yeah, right. Aurelia, the tavern keeper, is a swindler that gives people hemlock for 1,000 denarii. Which is insane. I haven't talked to her yet, so I'm going to need to find that woman because, Jesus Christ, what kind of swindle is she on? What do you think about the Golden Rule?
I'll tell you this much. I hate the fact that my survival depends on the common sense of other people.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I know the feeling. I've lived through a pandemic. Wow. Wow. That's hitting close to home, huh?
Ah, then you know what I'm talking about. I mean, all these people just bumble along like nothing's wrong, while we're one bad decision away from being wiped out. Like the last lot of people who lived here. Seems like I'm the only one ready for
Right,
what's
that's also
coming.
true.
Whatever that
There are
is,
golden statues here.
and
There
when it hits,
was like a previous
it's
colony.
everyone for themselves. You've been warned.
That's right. There are other golden statues here. There were people previously here. They probably broke the golden rule and got turned into statues. And then these people came around and are trying to do the same thing. Trying to abide by this golden rule. And someone is going to break it, but I don't know who. That's what I need to figure out. But even bluffing can set that off apparently, so I don't know. What do you think is coming?
I don't know. But did you ever get the feeling some of these statues are watching us when we're not looking? Like they're waiting for something. I don't like it.
I think you're right.
That doesn't help me.
Aw. Who are you going to vote for? Yeah, that's a subplot, the election. Who are you going to vote for?
Meliodas. Not sure I trust Sentius. Couldn't even protect his daughter in a city without sin. How's he going to protect us?
Yeah, seems like I have to find his daughter and figure that whole thing out. Because there's some shady things going on, I believe. Anything I can do to change that?
No.
Okay, glad we had this talk. You said you owned me, right?
Who do you want me to vote for?
That easy, huh?
Fine. I'll vote for Sentius. But no more favors. We're square.
Right, fair enough.
Go around.
Alright, Rufius. You seemed a dick at first, but you do seem to be fine.
All weapons are to be tossed into the chasm. Magistrate's orders.
No, I don't think so. Right. So this guy I was talking about.
Hey, you're not thinking about going into the cistern, are you?
I know about your creature. Yeah, I wasn't, but now I am. Already done that? Yes, why?
Nobody's told you about Hannibal? Ugh, why do I have to do everything round here?
I don't know.
So, there was this guy called Hannibal, right? Funny accent. Used to go down into the cisterns looking for junk he could clean up and sell. One day, a few weeks back, he comes out and tells me the cisterns are haunted. Said he could hear spirits wailing. Of course, nobody believed him, because who trusts a Carthaginian, right? Anyway, a few days
Carthaginian.
later, he goes back in.
Yeah, that's a thing.
And hours go
Hannibal
by,
and Carthage.
And he hasn't come back out, yeah? So I go down
those
after
connections.
him, and it's dark. But in the distance, I can just make out his body, sprawled out on the ground. And hunched over him was something that made my blood run cold. No word of a lie. I saw a creature. Like the corpse of a man who'd been flayed. And it was eating Hannibal.
Wouldn't that have broken the golden rule? I mean, it's fair to ask, I believe. The golden rule is wishy-washy anyway.
If it was a man, maybe. But I swear on my life this was no man. More like a Strix. Or some Versipalus that feeds on human flesh. I didn't stick around to see which.
What did you do?
Any sane person would have done. I legged it out of there and put a sign at the door to warn the others.
Maybe I'll give... That was a great story, but I'm still going down there.
It's your funeral.
No, it's not, because look. I mean... It's not, because look. He's not threatened by the bow. Oh. There you go. I'm going in there. Yeah, that's right. Somebody's been down here because the torches are being sustained. Right, you. Right. Already know these golden statues. No, can't shoot them. Alright. Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't do anything about it. I haven't peeled you. Ooh. Because, yeah, that's another thing we uncovered. Those golden statues actually had people in them. I mean... An emaciated human-like creature splattered in gold. It appears to have been crushed to death while entering the cistern from the cave beyond.
Let me die. Kill me.
Wish I could, but I can't. I mean, if only I could fire something with my golden bow. Where do we go? Yeah, we also did a subplot where we stole a golden bow that can gild things that shoot them, including people. And before you ask, yeah, shooting people with this golden bow breaks the rule. Come on. You can do it. Ow. Who are you? Oh, that's probably... Yeah, they probably keep Scintilla here, no? Enter the upper cistern in an unconventional way. Italian plumber is called the achievement. I have a slight suspicion. I know who you are. Alright. Hi.
You? Who are you? Did he send you?
No, nobody sent me.
Juno, you're here. You have to help me escape before that monster comes back.
What's going on in here?
I'm Scintilla. I found a way out through the Gate of Horn.
Deduced
But
him
it's locked.
through the Great Horn,
So I
but it's
told him
locked.
about it, and instead of helping me escape, he locked me up. He wants to keep us all here forever. Or until we're turned to gold. He's a monster. You have to let me go so we can kill him and take his key.
Who did this?
Sentius, my adoptive father. Furies help me. I'll castrate and crucify him.
Huh. Just because the way out, huh? Why is he so against having a way out? How hasn't this broken the golden
know.
rule?
He said the gods are on his side because they don't want us to escape either.
That's weird indeed. Where is the way out?
Behind me. There's an aqueduct tunnel bringing water from outside the city, so it should lead us outside. The only problem is it's barred by a heavy locked gate, and he has the only key.
Right, what will you do if I release
I'm
you?
going to take that key from around his neck, even if it means cutting his throat to get it. I'm done caring about the golden rule. I just want out. Help me, and we can escape together.
Hold on, every time he performs the ritual he dies. Can I not just take the key from him then? So what about the others?
There won't be enough time. Just you and me. What do you say?
I'm sorry, but I'll let you go. Everyone else is going to die. What if I round everyone up so they're ready to escape once the golden rule is broken? I'm letting you go. What if I round up everyone so they're ready to escape once the golden rule is broken? I think that's a fair solution, right? Just rile anyone up, kill Sentius, take the key and escape.
There's no time. Wait, did you hear that? He's here. Quick, you have to let me go. It's now or never.
I mean, yeah, we can kill him, take the key, and then I can loop through time again. No, we can't, because then he cannot perform the ritual, and we created the paradox. Sure, whatever. What can go wrong?
Oh, thank you. Now follow. Wait, did you hear that? He's here. He must be coming in through the door behind me. You distract him. Stay right here and keep him talking while I look for something I can use.
Excuse me. Hi, Sentius. How you doing?
What did you do with Scintilla? Where is she?
As if I tell you.
So that is how it's going to be. Oh well, this doesn't change anything for me. It's a shame, really. If you'd just done what you were supposed to, you'd have been looping through time forever until you gave up and killed yourself. Just like that soft-hearted pleb, Al.
Yeah, he remembers Al. Oh yeah, that's also a thing. Like, we got pulled out of the river by a woman, by a campfire. He said, oh, I already pulled a guy out. He called himself Al. And then we found him hung from something. And he was all golden as well, so something must have happened.
Come now. Surely you didn't think you were the only one here who remembered everything. You see, my connection to the portal somehow preserves my memories from one loop to the next. Whether that was Proserpina's intention or a happy accident, I'll never know. But I'm surprised you hadn't noticed. Here I was thinking you were a little bit sharper than Al was. Or perhaps you're just more willing to break the rules. He was a moralistic fellow, never once compromised on his principles. And because of that fatal flaw, he relived this day many thousands of times before we finally had this conversation. I watched him come through the portal each time, always a little older, a little more disheveled, a little more haunted. And when he finally saw the futility of it all, as you're about to, it broke him. He drank a jug of wine, tied a noose around his neck, and took his own life, just before he was shot with a golden arrow. The next time I awoke, you showed up, but you've caught up to where he was so quickly. I'd have preferred if you'd given me more time to enjoy the trappings of my success. How many extra days did you give me? Just the 5? Not a lot compared with Al, but I've seized every day nonetheless.
It keeps track of your loops.
For you, except the path that Al took, the path he wrote about on his tablet. What was it? Ah, yes. Better to end it all now than find out what awaits you beyond that portal. So, you discovered my secret. So what? What are you going to do about it?
Look, if she's not with him at this point, I don't know how he hasn't noticed that she's behind him. So you asked me to figure out who was breaking the golden rule, knowing how to fail every time. You knew there was a way out and even locked up your own daughter to keep secret. Why, you're going to die a painful death for this. So you asked me to figure out who was going to break the golden rule, knowing how to fail every time. I mean, he's probably gonna say yeah. He's probably also gonna say, no, yeah, actually, why would you want to stay here?
Why? Isn't it obvious? Because I have grown attached to all this. My title, my beautiful villa, the sun on my face, the music of birds chirping. And as long as this day keeps repeating itself, I get to enjoy it all, over and over again, for eternity. Don't you see? I have found a way to prolong my life indefinitely. To cheat death.
Oh yeah, and he remembers everything. I see.
As the gods. Can you honestly say you would not wish the same for yourself?
I see why. Selfish reasons. He remembers every loop. He relives every day. So he's the same age. It's the same loop. He basically gets to live forever. I see. So yeah, I figure he's the one that's breaking the golden rule. But knowing I would fail, yeah.
Of course. There's no way you could have succeeded. Every soul who has ever found themselves here has broken the golden rule eventually. It is inevitable. Man will always sin sooner or later. Any idiot could tell you this. But where others might see tragedy, I saw opportunity. As I told you the first time we met, I found a way to cheat death. By reliving the same day over and over again, forever. And I will continue living long after your dust.
So the thing is, this feels like an ending. And I was so close to it last time. I mean, you kind of can get there very quickly. You can get there insanely fast. You can get here in... definitely in one loop. But there are so few steps to take to get here. They are very specific, but they are very few steps. You're going to die a painful death. Let's see you cheat our way out of this. You're going to die a painful death.
Do you really think you can take on a Decurion with that flimsy little bow?
I probably could, but I'm going to let her have this one.
Scintilla? Where is she?
I'm right here, Father.
Oh shit! How do you do that?
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Come on, we have to go. Hey, what's happening to you? That light, it's so bright.
Ah yeah, because Santius cannot reopen the portal, we create a time paradox and I go back in time. So this is an ending. Oh, hey Al.
Hi there. Gave me a bit of a fright. Thought I was in here alone. I'm Al.
Alward? I came here to find you.
Well, here I am. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
I was hoping you'd know who I am. Why? Why would he know?
Funny you should ask. I was just reading an old tablet I found here. Well, trying. My Latin is kinda rusty, but the last entry mentioned someone with the same name. It described an event about 2,000 years ago. Someone with your name appeared in the city out of the shrine of Proserpina. Freed an imprisoned woman named Scintilla, who then murdered her captor, breaking some kind of ancient law. It said the attack caused golden statues to come alive, hunting down everyone in the city and turning them into gold. Apparently, the only person to survive was Scintilla, while the stranger disappeared in a flash of light.
Weird. That wasn't me. I mean, I'll go straight. I'll say that was me.
What? You're saying you were here 2,000 years ago?
See.
I'm not sure I understand.
When I first arrived here in the present day, I found your corpse hanging from my nose. Yeah.
I'm sorry, come
Yeah,
on.
I did.
Let me see that. God, why does this writing look so familiar?
Because it's
I've
yours.
spent a lifetime in this place, going around and around in circles. This is disturbing. But I don't understand how I could have written it.
It was written by a different version of you. I changed the past and your fate.
I'm not following.
I helped Scintilla kill the man who opened the time portal, drew you back in time, preventing it from ever happening.
So you're saying?
Yeah.
Because a man from 2,000 years ago is dead, he never created a time portal, so I never went through it, and that's why I don't remember any of this.
Exactly. Now you're getting it.
I guess you saved my life then, as well as helping that poor woman to escape. That's a lot to take in.
Enough talk. How about we get out of
Maybe
this
we can
place?
escape through the same aqueduct Scintilla used, if we can find it.
It's right here in the cistern. Follow me. Right? It's the same. And how did I get here? Yeah, through this. They cleverly blocked this off. Al, what are you doing? Al. Al. Don't think that's very comfortable, Al. Al. Where is he? Oh, I see.
I'm gonna pause here for a moment and make sure nobody else has ever lured into this temple.
Alright, you do you.
I'll be there soon.
Damn, if I had known we were this close to finishing one part of the story last time, I would have just continued. I mean, but this is just the... I mean, not the ending, because there are still a lot more paths I can imagine taking. Like having the election.
You're back! But you're alone. Does that mean you didn't find Al?
Oh yeah, no, I found him.
Oh, what a relief. Thank you so much. I was beginning to think you'd both become trapped in there.
Yeah, but who
Why
are
don't
you?
Tell me what you discovered. While
How
we
did you
wait.
get here?
Really? Sounds amazing. And did you... Oh, look! Here he comes. Al! It's so good to see you. You were gone so long I thought I'd never see you again.
Kinda lost track of time in there. You wouldn't believe what we found. The ruins of a long-forgotten city. And there was a tablet describing an event 2,000 years ago. Supposedly, the city was destroyed when a woman murdered a tyrant with the help of... well, my new friend here. I know how crazy that sounds.
Maybe not that crazy. That woman. I don't suppose her name was... Scintilla?
How could you... what?
She left a tablet of her own. I stumbled across it while I was waiting here. I think she meant for you to read it. Here, take a look.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what became of you, or if you'll ever read this, but I want you to know that I will never forget you, or what you did for me. It pains me that so many dear friends were not so fortunate. Ulpius, Cynthia, Lucretia, Horatius, Galerius, poor Dooley, and the others. But please understand, their blood is on my hands, not yours. I will live with the consequences of my actions, and all I can do is move forward, trying to show others the same compassion you showed me. I promise you that saving my life will not be for nothing. Scintilla.
Uh-huh. There is probably a way to not kill everyone. So I'm
Sounds
gonna
like
figure
you
that
meant
out
to her.
next.
I'd love to hear your story, but first, you two look exhausted. Why don't you hop in my boat and rest while I ferry you back to civilization?
Sounds good to me.
And you? Are you ready to go home?
I literally have no choice. The one that got away. How many might have survived if you'd walk away from Scintilla? Ending 2 of 4. Seems like you can even get an ending even sooner in the storyline. I don't know what that would be. Probably just killing Sentius outright, right? I think I'm gonna try that one. I'm just gonna loop through time again, walk up to Sentius, just shoot my bow, and we'll see what happens. Alright, at this place. Right, we'll see what happens when you stay here.
You. Juno.
We already all know this. Who did this? Hasn't this broken Goldaroo? Way out. What about the others? Right, we've done these.
There's no...
I'm sorry, but I will let you go. Everyone else is going to die.
What? No. You can't just leave me here. How can you be so heartless?
It's too dangerous. Let me go see if I can persuade Sentius to let us go. Not heartless, just rational. Our escape isn't worth the lives for everyone. I've changed my mind. I'll let you go. It's too dangerous.
It's no use. You'll never persuade him of anything. I'm telling you, he's a monster. Please.
I mean, maybe if he wins the election, he has something to look forward to. I need to
You're
try.
making a mistake.
Probably. I mean, isn't he coming down here? Locked. The door is locked. Looks like I'll have to go back. Oh. There's golden statues here. Wish I could. I mean, maybe I can. No.
Let me die. End it.
Sorry, no can do. Who are you? Lunar pendant. A lunar pendant. There's a Latin inscription on the back. It reads Sandiada. Take item. That's not stealing, apparently. Who are you? And why aren't you golden? Secret. Ooh, a lot of denari. I have lots of money. Oh. I'm rich. I mean, how much money I got? 2,400. I mean, if the words of the people here are anything to go by, 2,000 is a lot. I mean, at least 5 years worth of work to just have this laying around. Do we need something else here? No, I think the main thing was Scintilla and the lunar pendant. Whatever that does. Oh, yeah. Also this, that monster was right behind that door. It could have just walked out here, causing havoc. Right, let's go to Sentius. I also kind of want to shoot him, just to figure out what happens.
Whatever are you wearing? Horatius, help me!
Oh, not so funny now, huh?
Ugh, this place has become a thoroughfare.
Oh, note from Scintilla. Scintilla to Sentius, may Jupiter Optimus Maximus continue to protect and guide you. Thank you for making me your daughter and have a lovely birthday pennant. I promise I will always wear it. I feel safe and fortunate to have your father and
If you're snooping around in my possessions, you're wasting your time.
Shut up, Sentius. I sense you've been apprehensive about the election next month, but if you can show them how strong and independent man I know you be, you will be re-elected, I'm sure of it. Why are you being such a dick to her? It's gonna make you lose the election, from what I've heard.
We're finally alone. I assume you already know who I am. May I know your name?
Oh yeah, we've had this one before.
Wait, if I understand correctly, someone is about to break the golden rule, forcing me to create a portal in time to bring you here? I must have entrusted you with figuring out who the culprit is. Only, I assume we failed, and you had to start over.
Yeah, we failed.
Right? If so, what happened?
You know what? I'm in a hurry.
Rather brash, but all right. Why have you sought me out?
Guess we go straight to the point, right?
Me?
I know what you did.
Talking about?
You're keeping her tied up in the cistern.
You know, you remind me of him.
Who?
Al Worth. The fellow who came through the portal before you.
Oh, we go on this tangent again. You remember him?
Surely you didn't think you were the only one here who remembered everything. You see, my connection to the portal somehow preserves my memories from one moment to the next. Whether that was Proserpina's intention or a happy accident, I'll never know. But I'm surprised you hadn't noticed. Here I was thinking you were a little bit sharper than Al was. Or perhaps you're just more willing to break the rules. He was a moralistic fellow, never once compromised on his principles. And because of that fatal flaw, he relived this day many thousands of times before we finally had this conversation. I watched him come through the portal each time, always a little older, a little more disheveled, a little more haunted. And when he finally saw the futility of it all, as you're about to, it broke him. He drank a jug of wine, tied a noose around his neck, and took his own life, just before he was shot with a golden arrow. The next time I awoke, you showed up, but you've caught up to where he was so quickly. I mean, you've lived through the day, what, 6 times? Most impressive.
It keeps track of your looks.
You've done has been in vain.
That's pretty insane.
Except the path that Al took, the path he wrote about on his tablet. What was it? Ah, yes. Best to take your own life now. So, you discovered my secret. So what? What are you going to do about it?
You knew there was a way out and even locked up your own daughter to keep the secret. Why? I mean, we already know immortality.
I couldn't care less what you think.
Hand over the key.
And why would I agree to that?
I don't know. It's the right thing to do. My guy, You are talking to someone who is forcing a random person to loop through time every single day so he can live forever. He doesn't care about the right thing. What to stop from taking it by force? Probably the golden rule. He's gonna say the golden rule.
The only way you're getting this key is over my dead body. And if I die, I won't be able to open the portal for you again, meaning you'll have created a paradox. You see, it was my actions that brought you to this point in time. So if you kill me, you'll stop me from doing so, and you being here will be an impossibility. That means if I die, you'll be flung back to your original time, having caused the deaths of everyone here, and you'll never be able to undo it. Is that what you want?
Right, this one is also not gonna lead anywhere. It's the right thing to do, Magistrate Sentius.
You and your pathetic morality. Nobody cares about your opinions, least of all, me. Understand that to me, you've never been anything more than a useful idiot, and you're no longer useful.
Don't hand it over, you might have an uprising. I mean, that's the most plausible thing, right?
You might want to think that through. If anyone so much as touches me, everyone dies.
This isn't
I
over.
certainly hope not. In fact, I want it to go on and on forever until you wither and die like Al did, and the gods send yet another useful idiot to extend my life for me.
I'll find a way to break this cycle, and you with it. Or maybe I'll just kill you.
We both know you're not that stupid, so go on, make your empty threats and stomp your feet, and beg the gods for help if you like. But believe me when I tell you, the gods don't care about you. And neither do I. Now, get out of my villa, I'm bored with
Yeah, tough talk for someone who has a bow.
Don't be so foolish. If you kill me, we all die. And if I die, I won't be able to open the portal for you again, meaning you'll have created a paradox. You see, it was my actions that brought you to this point in time. So if you kill me, you'll stop me from doing so, and you being here will be an impossibility. That means if I die, you'll be flung back to your original time, having caused the deaths of everyone here, and you'll never be able to undo it. Is that what you want? Now get out of my villa, I'm bored with you.
Right, so the game doesn't even allow you to kill him. Maybe if I'm really cheeky about it and not do it straight into his face. Like when he gets out of his villa, I just shoot.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Oi! I shot you.
Son of this!
He doesn't turn to gold. What an asshole.
Follow me, quickly.
No. He actually can turn to gold. Took me 3 shots, but I did it.
Oh.
Hi, Al.
Hi there. Gave me a bit of a fright. Thought I was in here alone. I'm Al.
Albert?
Well, here I am. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
I was hoping you'd know who I am.
Funny you should ask. I was just reading an old tablet I found here.
Same thing?
Well,
Would mention someone with the same name?
described an event about 2,000 years ago.
Someone
with your name murdered a local magistrate, breaking some kind of ancient law. It said that the voice of a furious god rang out, and the ground trembled and statues sprang to life, firing arrows at the city's inhabitants. Apparently, as the citizens screamed and died in pain, the stranger just vanished in a flash of light.
That was me.
What? You're saying you were here 2,000 years ago?
Yes.
I'm not sure I understand.
When I arrived to the present day, we go back to this again.
God.
Right. It's written by a different version. I killed the man who opened the time portal and drew you back in time, preventing it from ever happening.
So you're saying, because a man from 2,000 years ago is dead, he never created a time portal, so I never went through it, and that's why I don't remember any of this.
Now you're getting it.
I guess. So what you're really saying is, you brought me back from the dead to let me die all over again. You saw the tablet. I spent a lifetime searching for a way out, and never found one. I can't see how I could possibly find one now, so it seems like we're both gonna die here.
What? Oh yeah, because we... Wait, I know the way out. I know the way out. I regret nothing.
How can you say that? You murdered a man in cold blood, and now there's a city full of dead people. It's only a matter of time
deserved
before
it.
we join them. I guess all those old Latin inscriptions were right. Pro peccata unius multis dolabunt. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Yeah, early ending. How many might have survived if you asked the gods or perhaps the priestess? I mean, next time. So the first one is you shoot Cynthia straight up. Second one is you let Scintilla kill him. Then she survives. That's ending 2. So I wonder what ending 3 and 4 are gonna be. Maybe we should go find the priestess, huh? There you are.
I've never seen a lamp like that. Praise Apollo.
That's some lump. Is it some lump? Thanks. How about this? Not as impressive as a flashlight, I know, but still.
That's quite an impressive bow you have there. Just like Diana's.
Right, but I need to talk to you.
A new face. Ave, and may Vesta watch over you. I'm Equitia. To what do I owe the pleasure of this visit?
Oh yeah, I have a lot of things to talk to you about. I have to talk about the pattern with the river and about Centius. Okay. How would I go about talking to whichever god's responsible for the golden rose? Oh yeah, how can I talk to this fellow, huh? Alright, let's first do some other things. Do you know a way out of here?
I'm afraid. It seems to me we're exiled here until the gods judge us, one way or another.
What do you think about the
I'm
golden
quite
rule?
sure it's the work of the gods, which is strange because they've never been particularly concerned with our misdeeds, as long as we've kept the peace of the gods. We ask for blessings, for good health, bountiful harvest, military victory, and in return, we offer praise, wine, incense, or animals. But here, it seems they require much more of us. I find myself reminded of an especially pertinent tale from our great poet Ovid in his epic Metamorphoses. Would you like to hear it? It is rather long.
Why not? I have time. Is there a short version? Sure. Why not?
Wonderful. It goes like this. Borsis and Philemon were an old married couple living a humble life in a small town. One night, the town gets a visit from a couple of vagrants. They go from door to door, asking for a place to stay the night. Of course, being vagrants, they're turned away sharply from house after house, 1,000 in all, until finally they come to the little cottage where Borsis and Philemon lived. Now, the kind old couple had very little to offer, but nevertheless, they invite these strangers into their house and offer them food, wine, and a place to stay. Immediately, the guests make themselves at home. They begin gulping down the old couple's wine, so much so that Borsis, the old lady, begins to worry they're going to run out. And then she notices something strange. Her wine pitcher keeps refilling itself, as if by magic. Realizing only a select few possess such powers, says to her husband, Philemon, "I think these men are gods in disguise." Immediately, the couple begins apologizing for offering such coarse wine, and the vagrants metamorphosize and reveal themselves to be Jupiter, the king of the gods, and Mercury, the trickster god. They confide they didn't mind the meager offerings. They were just pleased that someone in the town offered them hospitality. Then Jupiter says to them, "You have passed our test, but everyone else in this city failed, so we are going to destroy this place and everyone in it, except you, who we will grant a wish." So old Borsis and Philemon escape up into the mountains safely, and they receive their wish, which is for eternity together. Meanwhile, Jupiter carries through with his threat and wipes that city off the map. Some say the moral of that story is that we must all honor the sacred rituals of guest friendship, the reciprocal obligations owed between hosts and guests. But I like to think it's that we should always show compassion for those less fortunate than ourselves.
Or perhaps it's that the god might kill you at any moment for failing their test, and they don't even have to tell you what the rules are. And fair enough, that's kind of what it is, isn't it?
A cynic philosopher might take that view, but it's not entirely invalid, I suppose.
Right. So let's first do the finish of the pattern quest.
Interesting. I'm not sure why you're telling me, but you've come to the right person. Did you find a pattern then? What have you noticed?
A river.
Yes. I understand many of our friends were carried here by a river current. What else?
There's more?
There are definitely some common threads there. But I think we'll need at least a few to ensure we're not just seeing coincidences. Keep asking people how they wound up here. I don't want us to rush to any conclusions yet. Livia's fate weighs heavily on my mind and dictates we should be sure. Yes, you should ask the others first.
Alright. So how do I get to talk to this god?
I suppose we'd first need to figure out which god that is, and I'm afraid even I don't know, although I have my suspicions. This might sound like a strange question, but please, humor me. How did you find your way here?
Apparently already. A young woman named Karen dragged me out the river unconscious and sent me here.
Karen, you say? And nothing about that name seemed odd to you?
Yeah, last time I said it's an older name, but not uncommon. Right, let's do this one. Carries a negative connotation where I'm from.
Why is that?
Because of the memes.
The memes? What are the memes?
I imagine telling ancient Roman people, it's the memes! It's the memes! A meme is a small image shared with other people. They become a bit like their own language.
So, a bit like Egyptian hieroglyphs then?
I guess, sure.
So your people people make hieroglyphics depicting this accursed character, the one they call Karen. I wonder if... No. I apologize. I don't mean to be cryptic. It's just that you've got me thinking. Have you spoken with any of the others about how they arrived here too? I really think you should. Go around and ask them what they remember.
And this is her giving me the quest for the patterns. Alright,
Good.
sure.
Thank you. But please be careful. I just don't want to see what happened to Livia happen to you too.
Yeah, what happened to Livia again?
Up until a few weeks ago, she was a perfectly productive member of our little community, darning clothes and cutting hair. She was always so chatty, always seeking out newcomers and asking them where they were from and how they wound up here. And then, about a month ago, she suddenly changed. She withdrew, stopped working and became despondent, started muttering to herself. Galerius and I visited her to see how we could help, but she just looked at us with this haunted stare, called us bloodless shadows, and told us we were ignorant of some pattern. Look, it could be unrelated. Perhaps she simply fell ill, or, as Galerius suggested, the weight of the Golden Rule was too much for her. But there is a small chance that she learned something, saw a pattern nobody else saw, and that it broke her. I just don't want to see that happen to you. So be careful, will you? Thank you.
Sure.
Now, go and follow the thread of truth through this labyrinth, and come back to me if you discover any patterns.
I'll see what I can do.
Come back to me once you've acquainted yourself with the rest of our neighbors.
Thing is, she does seem a little bit too knowledgeable on some things, but I'll ignore that for now.
Ah, a fellow traveler from a faraway land.
What you got? Right. What do you got to say?
Greetings, I'm Georgius. It gladdens me to see another foreigner in our midst. We must stick together, you and I. And I must say, my sartorial friend, your clothing is most extraordinary. Leather boots in place of sandals, trousers with precise stitching, and such a curious design. I have traveled distant trade routes from the markets of Damascus to the farms of India, and never have I seen anyone dressed quite like you. Tell me, I must know, from which exotic part of the world do you hail?
My nation doesn't exist yet. I mean, the landmass exists. I'm from beyond the edge of the known world. You'll never believe me if I told you. Sure.
And now you have me more intrigued than before. But since it appears you do not wish to share, I will wait until we are better friends. We will have more
Very
time
appreciative,
to
this
get to
guy.
know one another. But for now, do you require assistance? I know you do not require clothing, so information perhaps?
What's your story? I mean, I haven't talked to this guy at all. I mean, I kinda just stumbled upon the end game. Haven't done a lot of stories.
How kind of you to ask. I am a tailor and I run the humble shop in the forum.
Why'd you set up a tailor shop? How did you end up here?
A good question. A very good question indeed. And I would be happy to tell you if only I could remember it clearly myself.
Something with a river? Why don't you tell me what you do remember?
I remember I had just been to Rome to sell an extraordinary selection of wares, and droning in coin, I decided to celebrate my success. I rented a prestigious villa by the Tiber, invited over a few select friends, and we began making our way through some of the most exquisite wine money could buy. Quite a lot of it, in fact. Now, I have had visions and awoken in strange places before. I have even found myself naked in the desert sands more than once, but none of that compares to this. This time, I remember people screaming, then falling into a void as empty as time before creation, gasping for air, and then nothing. When I regained my faculties, I was lying naked by the banks of the Tiber, gods know how many miles from my villa.
Sounds like you overdid it. I mean, he did, but... So you floated down the Tiber.
Indeed. I'm lucky I was carrying a little extra weight. I believe it kept me afloat. In any case, it seems I'd been rescued and
that's not how that works.
by a benevolent stranger. I went to find firewood for his campfire, stumbled across a cave, and discovered that trapdoor temple. And here I am.
So... Why set up tailor shop here?
You mean to say, with all the turmoil and terror of the Golden Rule, and so few customers, why bother setting shop at all?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll tell you, it is precisely because of the Golden Rule that I wish to remind my friends of the importance of looking one's best. I say, the more of our customs we preserve down here, the more we can preserve a semblance of normality, the better our chances of keeping our heads. Don't you agree?
Seems frivolous. I mean, I suppose so.
Oh, and there is another reason too. If we all end up as golden statues for future generations to marvel at, I don't know about you, but I would like to look my best.
You might be one of the most likable fellows I've talked to yet.
Anything you like.
Do you know a way out? I mean, I do.
Not so loud. What are you playing at?
Sorry.
Have you not been told about the last attempt?
The last attempt?
Then I suppose this duty falls to me. It is a long story.
Why don't you tell me?
The first question any of us asks when we first arrive is, how do I escape? It is only natural after all. And scaling the chasm wall is out of the question, for it is simply too steep and too far. But as they say, if the wind fails, use the oars. And here the second option is to leave the way we came in, through the shaft above the bathhouse. See?
The bathhouse, I haven't been there.
But if one gathered up enough wood, one could make a series of ladders and climb one's way out.
I can do that. Why hasn't anyone done that yet? I mean...
They have. I am getting to that.
Sure.
Made by resourceful fellows who lived here some years ago. They even decided to keep records of their escape attempt for posterity. Unfortunately, as soon as they began to carry the first ladder down the hallway, they heard a godlike voice shake the entire city, and that, tragically, is where their tale ends. So it seems that to merely attempt escape is to invite the wrath of whichever god oversees this place. And so I say, it is best to not even discuss it aloud.
Sure. What do you think about the rule?
Yes. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. As a Greek, this is nothing new to me. It is how our gods operate.
Why would you say that?
The tale of the god Hades. He was the first to learn this dreadful lesson when he abducted Persephone and imprisoned her in the underworld. When Demeter, the mother of Persephone, learned of this, she did not punish Hades, the guilty one. Instead, she changed the climate of Earth so that it became hot and dry. Nothing grew. The grain turned to empty husks and the rivers dried up. Innocent people died by the tens of thousands until at last the other gods were forced to act, lest they have no worshippers left. So yes, we know this rule. This has always been the case. The Golden Rule has merely brought it into focus.
Gotta say, with Santius trapping his daughter in the cisterns, that sounds a lot like that story. What can we do about it?
If we are to survive, I say we must each keep the simple wisdom of Thales of Miletus, first of the 7 sages of Greece, who said, "Avoid doing what you would blame others for doing."
Avoid doing what you would blame others for doing. Yeah, I guess. You can pin that on the wall somewhere. Easier said than done.
Regrettably, I think you are correct, my friend. For even if 99% of us adopt this principle, that will never be enough. Sadly, no matter how well we protect ourselves, the life's work of many good people can be undone in the blink of an eye by a single selfish act.
I know, I've seen it happen.
Ah, the voice of experience. I am sorry for your loss, my friend. But on a lighter note, I will say one thing for the Golden Rule. For all their grim and haunting poses, these golden statues do make magnificent models for my clothing, do they not?
Sure. Who are you going to vote for?
That is quite the dilemma. But after some reflection, I'm leaning toward voting for Malleolus. I do not enjoy the thought of another visit from Domitius if I voted the wrong way.
Not join another visit from... Oh, he's been brute forcing people to vote for him. But does that not break the golden rule? Like I said, it's so weird what counts and what doesn't. Anything I can do to change that?
Nothing comes to my mind, my friend. I hope that our paths cross again soon, my friend.
Very friendly fellow, Georgius. What? What happened?
Shiny.
I'll leave you to it. I mean, gotta know more about you.
You're welcome. Need something?
That's right. Yeah, she just asked me to watch out for the fellow with the bow. I didn't talk to her at all. So, what's your story?
There's not much to tell. I mostly just bake bread and try to help out where I can.
How did you end up here?
It all started about 8 months ago. I was living in Rome with my family when I got sick. Terrible timing. My pa had just arranged a husband for me, a fisherman's son. I was about to meet him for the first time when I came down with an awful fever. I spent the next week in bed. Pa paid priests to make offerings to Asclepius, a white rooster, then a goat. But nothing worked. In the end, they decided I'd do better outside the city. Clean air in the countryside would do me good, they said. But after about a day in a carriage on the Appian Way, I was getting worse, not better. I remember closing my eyes for a bit, and I guess I must have fell asleep, because when I opened them again, I was in a forest by a river. I suppose the driver took off with his fee and left me for dead. Can't say I blame him. I wouldn't have wanted to catch what I had either. Anyway, I went searching for help, stumbled across the trapdoor temple, and here I am.
Memory lapse. That's odd. Most of the others were in Rome before they woke up in the forest, but you're saying you were a day's ride away.
Oh yeah, I suppose you're right. Hadn't really thought about it. But the gods are mysterious and powerful. Who knows what their plans are for us?
Sure. Do you know a way out?
What? You've been here a few moments and you're desperate to get out already?
Yeah.
Why not give the place a chance before you try to leave? Good people here. Galerius works hard on the farm so I can put food on our tables, and Lucretia tries to keep us healthy.
My friend Georgius is always mending our clothes, and Virgil makes sure these old walls don't fall down around us. Well, he does his best. I'm just saying, there are worse places you could live out your days.
I mean, she's gonna say do any of it, but we make the most of it.
Well, I can tell from your funny accent you're not from around here, but that doesn't mean you don't belong, does it?
I guess. What do you think of the Golden Rule?
Oh, I try not to worry about it. I mean, if people are nice to each other, we won't have anything to worry about, will we?
Have you met people?
You're funny. I bet my friend Georgius will like you. And those interesting clothes of yours. And I'm sure he'd love to chatter about the Golden Rule with you too. He'll be just across the forum in his shop.
I mean, I just talked to him.
All right. Thanks again for taking care of our problem. I won't forget it.
Loaf of bread. Circular loaf of bread designed to be pulled apart into wedges. It appears to be freely available for anyone who wants. Bread. Free bread. No.
You're back. Something the matter?
No.
All right. Thanks again for taking care of our problem. I won't forget it.
No. I just wanted to see if you're willing to give me more bread. No? Okay.
Wonder how much one of these statues is worth on the outside.
Oh, you are the worst. Obvious the thief stole my purse, and whoever wrote this did not get to finish. You're the worst, but let's get it over with. Let's talk to you.
Hello there, friend.
Don't
May
you
I
friend
say,
me,
that is
buddy.
A glorious bow you're carrying. Do you mind if I ask where you acquired it?
Yeah, I took it from the Shrine of Diana only to discover you'd locked me inside with angry hornets. I managed to escape, and after a harrow ordeal in the palace and traveling back in time, here I am.
Are you well, stranger? Have you been out in the sun too long? You seem a little confused. Perhaps you should go and see Lucretia in a clinic.
No, that's exactly what happened. Oh yeah, what's your
How did I
story?
end up here? That is a lengthy tale.
Well, let's hear it.
Well, you see, I'm in the business of procuring rare and precious objects liberated from the enemies of Rome. Mostly sculptures, vases, the occasional slave, fetch a magnificent price in Roman high society. Had myself a nice little shop in Rome just off the forum. Lots of foot traffic and close to the docks. Good place to be when the fires broke out. See, about 7 months ago, half of Rome caught on fire. Everyone who couldn't get to an outer gate was running for the river, open to escape by barge. So I gathered my coins and some priceless vases into a cart and had my most loyal slave girl, pretty young thing named Acantha, push it for me. All the way down to the river, I'm elbowing for a stampede of people, turning back now and then to make sure she hasn't legged it with my valuables. But, to my surprise, we make it, and I see this barge loading up, and it's so full it's almost sinking. But the captain's happy to take my coin, so I start boarding, and then he puts his hand on my chest and he says, "No, too heavy. The cart or the girl." So I did what anyone would have done.
With this guy, he's gonna choose the cart. So I'm gonna humor him, I believe.
Of course I chose the cart. I mean, I can always buy a new slave girl if I still have my money. So I put my hand on the cart.
Sure.
I guess she realised what was happening because those pretty black eyes of hers go all wide. And in one swift motion, she topples the whole bloody thing into the tiber.
So you took her with you after all. I think I see where this is going. I think I see where this is going. It's all the same story. Like, there's a fire in Rome, I fell into a river, jumped into a river, woke up at a river, don't remember anything. And then I stumbled on this place. It's all the same.
Naturally, I dived in after it, hoping to salvage my fortune. Only, I guess I must have hit my head or something, because everything went black. When I came to, I'd washed up on the riverbank not far from here with nothing in the world but a single silver coin.
Commiserations. What does that mean? Yeah.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, sure, I'd lost a few thousand denarii, but I've already made it back, and this place is a veritable treasure trove. Look around you. There must be more gold in here than in the treasury of Rome. If I can just figure out how to get it out of here.
So do you know a way
I'm
out?
afraid not. If you're desperate, I did hear that Aurelia down at the tavern claims to know of a way out, but I'm not sure I trust her. Some people here are a little shady for my liking.
Oh, yeah. Really?
Oh yeah, gotta watch out. Old Dacius has got your back though.
Sure.
Very well, another time.
Sure, I trust you with my life, Dacius. Sculpture of Minerva, the Roman goddess of strategy. Alright. Shopping list. A list of things Decius plans to buy once he's escaped. Things to buy once I've escaped. Villa on Aventine. 2-horse chariot. Seat on the Senate. 4-horse chariot. Another villa on the Bay of Naples. A 10-horse chariot. And 12 slave. Oh my god, dude. This guy. I'm glad I shot him after he locked me. After he locked me in the temple.
Wonder how much one of these statues is worth on the outside.
Aye. Look, flashlight. He doesn't seem to care. Right, where's the tavern?
Sometimes I stare at the great temple on the bluff, and I think, whatever is in there, it has to be important.
Accusatory note. Virgil, do you really want to be responsible for the sin that destroys us all? Huh. Another one. Virgil, I know who you are and what you want. Turn away from this path before we all suffer for your sins. Alright. Oh, another accusatory note. They may not see you yet, but I want them to know I see you. Looks like you have some admirer.
I've never seen a lamp like that before. Remarkable.
Aha. And how about the bow? You like the bow?
This area is private. Please leave.
Can I still talk to you?
Ah, a new face.
Yes.
Salve, and welcome to a little community. My name's impossible to pronounce for most people, so you can just call me Virgil. I hear we have you to thank for saving Julia's life. I'm glad you arrived when you did.
Right. Haven't talked to this guy as well, so what's your story?
I'm an architect. Or at least I was back in Rome. That's probably too grandiose a term to describe what I do here. Help out with repairs and try to stop old buildings from collapsing on people, that kind of thing. But you probably don't want to hear about the ingenious architecture or mysterious history of this place.
Correct. Tell me about the temple up on the bluff.
You mean the Great Temple? This one's a bit of a mystery. Given the way it's positioned so prominently, looking down on us. It's clear that whoever built it felt it was the most important temple in the city. Unfortunately, someone else went out of their way to keep its purpose a mystery. You see, usually a temple is dedicated to a particular god, like Proserpina or Diana or Apollo. Usually, that god is obvious. But in this case, it's unknown. There's an obelisk out the front, which probably used to bear the name of this unknown god. But it appears some barbarian defaced it. And of course we can't get inside because it's locked up tighter than the Temple of Saturn in Rome. And that contains the treasury. So we're all left wondering, which god is that temple dedicated to? And could it be the one responsible for the Golden Rule? Unless somebody figures out a way.
That's kind of what I'm wondering.
I suppose we'll never know.
Tell me, what can you tell of the history?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. Some of these shrines were constructed hundreds of years ago, which means Romans have been arriving here for at least that long. But there's one thing that puzzles me. The oldest shrine in this avenue isn't Roman at all. It's Greek.
It's Greek. I mean, there are also a lot of references to Greek mythology, so something is up with that. Isn't it common for Romans to copy Greek art and architecture?
Well, yes, that could be the reason. Or it could mean that there were Greeks living and worshipping here before the Romans arrived. Which begs the interesting question, who really built this place? And could it be far older than any of us imagine? If only there was a way we could talk to the people who came here before us. The stories they could tell.
Tell me about the architecture.
Gladly. Personally, my favorite thing about this place is the aqueducts. Those series of adjoining arches. They're an ingenious feat of Roman engineering with a very practical purpose. They take fresh water coming from outside the city and distribute it all across the chasm. It's funneled below the palace and into a cistern beneath the great temple. Some of it flows down into another cistern beneath the villas, and the rest is funneled to the shrine of Proserpina, where it fills the lake and allows us to fish and farm.
And yeah, Roman aqueducts were a piece of engineering, a great piece of engineering. They bring water in the city, could we use them to escape?
Hey, not so loud. Just talking about that could anger the gods for all we know. I'm not saying it's impossible, but you'd have to find a way inside somehow. Just, please, try to be a bit more discreet about it.
Oh. Find a creative way into the upper cistern. Really? Lead resolved?
Of course.
Do you know a way out?
You wouldn't believe how often the new ones ask that question. But I tell you the same thing I tell everyone else. There are much worse places to live out your days. You might have a few sleepless nights thinking about the Golden Rule, but once you get used to the fear, knowing that a single slip-up could cost you everything, it's not too bad. Nothing new to me, anyway.
Oh, what do you mean?
Oh, I just mean I grew up in the Batavi tribe, far to the north in Novio Magus, and learned to expect a bit of hostility. They weren't nearly as tolerant as the Romans.
So what do you think of the Golden Rule?
Some people say it's divine, the work of a god, but I'm not so sure. It just seems so flawed to me. Like it's distinctly human. I mean, once you've been here long enough, you'll notice people doing things that just seem so wrong to you. But this so-called god doesn't seem to care, which means one of two things. Either you don't know the difference between right and wrong, or This unknown god doesn't, and I'm pretty sure I know the difference. Do you?
And I think this guy is onto something. I've noticed those gods also being very particular about what breaks the golden rule and what doesn't.
Good. Then I hope you'll agree that there are only two ways of dealing with unfair rulers. The first is to leave. The second is to remove the ruler from power. And it seems leaving may not be an option.
How do you remove a god from power?
Good question. It's best if I say no more, but I hope you'll give it some thought.
I noticed the graffiti. Why does someone think you're a sinner?
Look, I haven't done anything wrong, if that's what you're thinking. Somebody just has a problem with my preference for male company.
Ah, I see. Yeah, the Romans... I mean, weren't the Romans like... not accepting of it, but it was practiced a lot in ancient Rome.
Hey, nothing gets by you, huh? Sorry, that was mean. Yes, I like men. And when you grow up in the north, as I did, in the city of Noviomagus, you expect a bit of hostility. The Batavi are not known for their tolerance. I saw enough friends killed or driven away to know the cost of not keeping your personal affairs to yourself. So I hid who I was for, what was it, nearly 10 years? Watching what I said and where I looked. But that kind of fear eats away at you slowly, until living isn't any better than the thing you were afraid of. Needless to say, since I'm now living underground, halfway across the known world, with an assumed name, my openness didn't go down well among the enlightened folk of the Batavi.
Sorry to hear that.
Nice of you to say, but not necessary. In any case, the Romans are far more accepting, and among them, I get to be who I am.
Romans, yeah, that's what I thought.
I thought that was the case. It seems I was wrong.
I mean, you're always gonna have those people. Do you know who's writing the graffiti?
It's not just graffiti. I have quite a collection of handwritten notes too.
I've seen that.
The thing is, I keep my personal affairs to myself. I've never really been interested in any of the men here. Not my type. So I'm not sure what I could have done to upset this person. If I had to guess, I'd say it's probably one of those cultists.
Cultists?
Strange bunch. They insist there's only one god, and that he considers my nature a sin. Can you believe that? If there are any of them here, they won't admit it. Not since they supposedly burnt down half of Rome last year and went into hiding. All I know is if these threats keep
They
escalating,
burned down Rome.
Eventually my secret admirer
That's
is
the
going to
fire
cross a line
everyone
and
keeps
break the
talking
golden rule.
about. That's the fire everyone keeps talking about. So they're all becoming connected. All these people, all experienced the fire, all got into river, all had a memory lapse, all ended up here. It's all the same.
What? Really? I didn't expect that. But thanks. It's always a pleasure to meet someone so selfless. I'm glad you arrived when you did. I'd start by figuring out who the cultists are. Or maybe ask around among the merchants here. Someone who lives or works in the forum must have seen something. But if you find them, please don't hurt or humiliate them. I suspect they're just confused.
I'll get to it.
And let me know what you find.
Optional, ask the merchants in the forum. I just talked to all of them. I have to do it again.
You look well, my sartorial friend.
Thanks, Georgius. I need to talk to you.
Hello, Hello again, my sartorial friend. What
He's
is
so
on your
happy. Any idea who's threatening Virgil?
This is troubling, is it not? I'm afraid I have no idea. It is ridiculous though. Virgil is a fine man. But my young friend Fabia confided in me that she saw someone leaving graffiti on his shop front last night. Perhaps you should ask her about it.
I guess
hope
I
that
will.
our paths cross again soon, my friend.
Also graffiti? Oh. Sinner. Ah, I see. I haven't noticed that. Somehow. Thanks.
Welcome.
No, it's not you. Yeah.
You're back. Something the matter?
Yeah.
Terrible shame, that is. Maybe this'll help. Late last night, I was cleaning my oven when I heard some noises outside. The forum's usually dead quiet at that hour, so I came out to see what was going on. To be honest, I thought maybe poor old Dooley had got out of his cell and was snooping around again. So I put my head out and saw someone in front of Virgil's shop. I couldn't tell who, it was too dark. I called out to them, but they just turned and ran off without a word. All I remember is they ran past a lit torch and the light glinted off something metallic. Armour, I think. So I suppose it could only be one of three people, Horatius, Domitius or Rufius. I hope that helps.
I mean, Domitius is an obvious candidate.
Alright, thanks again for...
Sure. Yeah, this guy is basically just the an enforcer of what's his name? The challenger for Sentius, for magistrate.
So you survived the cistern. Probably just a stroke of fortuna. Don't get cocky.
If shooting you didn't break the golden rule, I would
Malleolus isn't receiving visitors at the moment, it being election day.
I need to speak with... Oh yeah, right, this guy is on the brink of jumping from the edge. I kind of forgot. But we're not on that quest. Are you the one threatening Virgil? Like he's gonna say.
Do I seem like anonymous threats are my style?
No, fair enough actually. But I wanna bluff.
You don't know Sturkus. Do I seem like...
Okay. Guess I'll be going now.
Just remember, I'll be watching.
Sure. Horatius and Rufius. What are you doing hanging out there? Oh, I haven't even been to this place before.
Galerius?
Horatius?
Ah, this is the tavern.
Troubled there.
Still no sign of Centilla. And I haven't slept right in 3 weeks.
That land.
Don't be too hard on yourself. From
Not
what I
bad.
hear, nobody saw it
Not
coming.
at all.
Anyway,
Not bad.
I thought you Stoics weren't supposed to worry about things you can't control.
Yeah, but I keep thinking, what if there is something I can do? What if she's out there somewhere suffering, waiting to be found?
Vote for Malleolus
Sounds like
for
you're
a
torturing
free
yourself.
drink at my tavern.
Leave that for the gods. Try to relax.
Jesus,
get some
can you
rest.
all shut up?
Tomorrow's a new day.
I suppose you're right.
Oh.
Salve again, friend. I went and did as you asked, and it worked.
Oh,
How is
yeah.
it possible that you've just arrived here and you already know everyone and exactly what's about to happen to them?
Just lucky.
Ah. Good one. But seriously, how did you know?
Why does nobody buy it if you lie? Why is there even an option to lie? I'm reliving the same day over and over.
You're toying with me, right? Wait, you're not kidding, are you? That's the only way you could have known. You're a bit like... Oh, what was his name? Sisyphus. Yeah, that's the one. Old King Sisyphus.
Sisyphus? Alright, another story? Sure.
Sisyphus was a Greek king a long time ago.
Greek.
For daring to think he could outsmart the gods, he was given a terrible punishment. He was forced to push a great boulder up to the top of a hill. Just as it reached the top,
that
roll
one.
all the way back down to the bottom, forcing him to start over and over and over again for all eternity. Just like you. Actually, now that I think about it, there are a bunch of old stories about the gods punishing people by making them do the same futile task over and over. Tantalus was made to grasp at fruit on a tree he could never quite reach. The Belades had to keep fetching water in a sieve. Oh, and Ixion was strapped to a wheel going round and round forever. But on the bright side, at least you're not stuck in the underworld like they all were. Anyway, I don't know which god you managed to upset to get yourself into this position, friend, but you seem all right to me. So, I'll tell you what.
Thanks,
I'll keep doing
Galerius.
whatever I can to help you. And you just focus on finding a way to break the cycle you're in.
You're a good man.
Oh, that's kind of you to say. Now,
What?
I'm going to keep your
I
secret.
mean, I was gonna say watch out,
It's not as if I'll remember
watch
this
out
next
being
time we
him
talk
the big
anyway,
bad
right?
evil, but
Oh, and if our
we already know what
conversations ever start
Sentius is
annoy
up
you,
to.
Just tell me you're busy. I know when I'm not wanted. May fortune smile on you, friend.
damn, dude. That's Rufus. Wait. Rufus, you duplicated yourself? Or who's this? Oh, no, 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 we're
Do
not
you just
talking
love
to you.
Springtime.
Cerberus lifts his triple head and lets out his threefold braying.
You again.
Livia.
What do you mean, me
Stop muttering
again?
like Medea over a cauldron. You'll scare away my
I
cousin.
gave you medicine, you
They follow their
asshole.
brains, imitating
No
their
idea what you're
previous
talking
lives,
about.
but they are ignorant.
I know it was
This
you.
again.
Yeah?
You're in a world of your own, aren't you?
Prove it. See you around.
Probably was him, huh? But
Don't you just love springtime?
just to be
What
safe.
is it, citizen?
Whoa, there's a void behind you. Are you the one threatening?
Absolutely not. I know someone's been threatening him, and I'm not happy about it. But I can assure you, it isn't me.
I mean, I guess I kinda believe this guy, but we're gonna bluff anyway.
You know nothing.
I do know something.
Right?
My name is
Smile
not.
on you, brother.
My name is not Jon Snow.
Isn't
That's
that
what I
a
know.
big long bow?
Ooh, what's this? Let the buyer beware.
That's some lamp.
Lump. That's some lump indeed.
That lamp.
That light! Did you
Not
steal
bad.
it from the gods?
Not bad at all.
Well, isn't that an impressive trinket?
Oh, look at this. My lamp is the talk of the tavern. What's this say?
I'm guessing that Promethean fire's not for sale.
The only way out is whoever wrote this was interrupted. All of them are interrupted.
That lamp.
That light! Did you
Well,
steal
Not
it
bad.
from
isn't
the
that an
gods?
impressive
Not bad at all.
trinket?
Okay. A large vat for brewing beer. There's a layer of small insects drowning on the surface. I guess.
You stay away from my money.
Money? There's money. Hold on. Key to Aurelia's chest. This one? It's locked. I mean, yeah, steal item that's gonna anger the gods. I'm gonna leave this one. Small vial containing a rudimentary perfume made of oil and flowers. Brass mirror polished into a rudimentary mirror. Has been used to apply makeup. Okay. Oh, that's a chest making the sound. Okay.
Vote for
Horatius?
Mario, unless you want me to
Looking a
slip
bit
some
troubled
hemlock
there.
into your next drink.
Still no sign of
Oh
Santa.
my
And I haven't
god.
slept right in 3 weeks.
Don't be too hard on yourself.
Everyone,
From
shut
what
up.
I hear, nobody saw it coming. Anyway, I thought you Stoics weren't supposed to worry about things you can't control.
Whatever's in that
Yeah,
great
but
temple up there on the bluff.
I keep thinking,
I bet it's worth
what
it.
if there is something I can do?
Shut up, all of you.
What if she's
I'm
out
shooting.
there somewhere, suffering, waiting to be found?
Sounds like you're torturing yourself. Leave that for the gods. Try to relax, get some rest. Tomorrow's a new day.
Anyway, haven't talked to you yet.
I suppose you're right.
Oh, do us all a favour and drink hemlock, Caput Murder.
Excuse me?
Oh, do us all a favour and drink hemlock, Caput Murder.
Rude.
Fear is proof of a degenerate mind.
Oh, do us all a favour and drink hemlock, Caput Murder.
I don't know what her problem is.
Sturkus!
What is your problem, lady? You want to talk now?
Oh, do us all a favour and drink hemlock, Caput Murder.
I'm very tempted to break this golden rule about now.
Fear is proof of a degenerate mind.
49 melodies fetch again with incessant labour the water they have lost.
Mm-hmm. Model arena. Small wooden model of an arena, possibly Verona Arena, which was completed in the 1st century and still used today. Oh.
Ixion turns.
Horatius? Looking a bit troubled there.
Still no sign of Scintilla. And I haven't slept right in 3 weeks.
Theophilus had an orgy with 4 girls here and disappeared all of them. Disappointed all of them equally. Great. What a thing to have graffitied on your wall. Gladiator shield. Looks like Domitius was carrying his shield with him.
Sounds like you're torturing yourself. Leave that for the gods. Try to relax, get some rest. Tomorrow's a new day.
So Domitius lives here, in the slums. I see.
Galerius?
Horatius? Looking a bit troubled there.
Still no sign of Scintilla.
Archelaus and many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Don't be too hard on yourself. From what I hear, nobody saw it coming. Anyway,
Oh,
I
they
thought you
all
Stoics
live in the
weren't supposed to
slums.
worry about things you can't control.
Ancient Roman helmet with an enclosed face and plume,
What if there is
made of
something I
dyed
can do?
horsehair.
What if she's out there somewhere, suffering, waiting to be found?
Sounds like you're torturing yourself. Leave that for the gods. Try to relax, get some rest. Tomorrow's a new day.
What am I looking for exactly?
You, Tantalus, cannot catch the drops of water, and the tree you grasp at eludes you.
Whose room is this? Who just keeps these golden statues? Rufius. Alright. Stone carving. Oh. Yeah. A phallic charm thought by the Romans to have divine protective properties. Sure. Sure. Stone disc. Circular disc with the symbol of a fish. Looks to be religious in nature. Alright, incomplete notes. Yeah. Same writing. This is your final warning, sinner. Yeah, it's Rufius. I mean... Yeah. It's Rufius. Wait, persuade him. Can I take this? No, I can't. Okay. Sure. So how do I persuade him?
Galerius?
Vote for
Horatius?
Malleolus for a free drink at my tavern.
Yeah, me again.
I haven't slept right through.
I can't persuade him.
Don't be too hard on yourself. From what I hear, nobody saw it coming. Anyway, I thought you Stoics weren't supposed to worry about things you can't control.
Yeah.
Keep thinking. What if there is
She's... I know. I probably should go to the priestess. Because I believe my time is running out. So might as well do some other things that might be more productive towards breaking the cycle.
You look well, my sartorial friend.
Isn't the great temple majestic? Ave again. Did you find what you need?
Did I
you
ever?
Notice anything? A pattern?
Some people mentioned memory
That's
lapses.
true. I know I wasn't entirely sure how I wound up here. What else?
There's more? I mean, I know there was a fire, but it's not giving me the option of the fire.
There are definitely some keep live. Come back.
It's not giving me the option of the fire. What places haven't I visited yet? Oh, our prisoner.
Hello. Have we met before?
No, not really. I mean, kinda, but I just walked away, so I'm gonna actually talk to you. What's your story?
My name's Dooley. I live here now because I got in trouble and they said they had to lock me up.
What did you do?
I don't know. I don't remember things so good. I think it's just because I was looking for treasure.
Did somebody think you were going to steal?
Yes. But I wasn't. I was just looking.
Yeah, sure. Is that all?
They said I did it. More than once. But I can't remember things so good. Then they called me mean names. They called me a liar, Billy.
A liar, Billy.
Yes.
A liar,
They said
Billy.
I have to live here now, and gave me this letter. But I'm not good with words. Do you think you could read it for me?
They gave you a letter. What does it say? Magistrate Sentius explains Dooley was locked up to prevent him from trespassing. Huh? Magistrate Sentius to Tullius, I am writing you in relation to your incorrigible antisocial behavior arising from your obsession with an alleged lost treasure. While I am sympathetic to your plight and the passing of your guardian Hannibal some weeks ago, I wish to impress upon you an important message. The treasure you seek does not exist. Given your memory limitations, it seems likely you simply misremembered. More importantly, since you have on several occasions been caught trespassing, including around cisterns, which are strictly off limits to all citizens, I have reluctantly come to the conclusion that you are a liability to the community and have your freedom limited, lest you break the golden rule. It is my hope that this letter will assist you to remember why you are incarcerated should you experience further lapses in memory. Cool.
What does it say?
It says you were caught trespassing several times and they locked you up to stop breaking the golden rule.
My treasure.
What treasure?
My friend Hannibal used to look after me. He said he always would. But then, he died. It was very sad. He said, if anything ever happened to him, I had to find something very precious hidden away. He gave me this key and made me promise to keep it safe until I found the treasure. But I couldn't find him. All I remember is he said something about the cisterns, but when I went up to the high one, they put me in here. Now nobody looks after me, except my friend Galerius and Ek, the priestess lady. She's a nice lady.
Okay, fair enough. Do you know a way
You're
out?
going to let me out of here? Really?
Not the cell, not the cell. Just if you know a way out of here.
Oh. Please. I hate it here. It makes me very sad.
I mean, he does sound very sad. The magistrate put you here for a reason.
You're mean. I don't like you.
What? What? Where is this election going on? Sent you on until a new election is held 1 month from today. What? Where are you taking this election?
Thank you for this opportunity, and may the gods watch over you.
You, a new arrival, whatever your name is. You're responsible for this, aren't you?
What?
Nobody likes Caput Murday foreigners interfering in an election.
You.
Shut up and let the magistrate speak.
Malleolus is going to be magistrate by the end of the day.
You have no idea what you're doing. You're going to get us all killed.
Who's going to kill someone?
And we won't have a problem.
Wait, I will not allow you to do this.
You're showing your true colors now, priestess. Your corruption sickens me. Domitius, ignore her. Proceed.
This is insanity. You doom us all.
Lies. It is time the Golden Rule was exposed for what it is. A children's fable, exploited by a treacherous leader to instill fear in all of us.
The Golden Rule is real, you idiot.
Shut up, all of you. The magistrate.
Oh, so this is what causes the break of the Golden Rule.
Killing you, old man.
The many shall suffer.
I did it first.
For the sins of the one.
I did it. Oh. What are you doing standing right? Oh yeah, you. I'll shoot you personally. Oh, old scroll. What's it say? The Myth of the Golden Rule by Dotus the Younger. As per our custom, I shall begin by paying our respect to the god responsible for the city. I see they are ganging up on me now. I'm going to get out of here. What are you doing? Run! Why is there still... Oh, I was gonna say, why is there still a marker? But that's Sentius. Right. At least now we know what the loop, where the loop ends. When the elections takes place, somebody breaks the golden rule. And this happens. We gotta go back. So there's no way to stop that from happening. Hold on. Since the golden rule has been broken, I'm going to quickly grab this. Check what's inside. Ooh, nice. Ooh, diary. Yep. Tip, 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 tip. Run. Run. Ooh, one more shot and I'm dead. I sent you got something? No, you got. Okay. Cool.
Salve, friend. Mind telling me who you are and why you look like you've just taken on a gladiator and lost?
Oh, there are other options. Golden rule is going to be broken soon. I need you to quietly get everyone except Sentius ready to run into the upper cistern when the ground starts to rumble. Oh. That's interesting. I think we're going on this path.
What? That's a big ask. But something tells me you're not kidding.
No, I'm not.
Alright, I'm gonna stick my neck out and believe you. But I doubt I'll be able to gather more than a handful of people.
Right, so what do we do?
That's some lamp.
That's some lump indeed. Hey, what are you doing? So this is your house, huh?
Isn't the great temple majestic?
I thought the Great Temple was the one up there. This doesn't look like a temple to me.
Salve.
Oh, what? You done your task? He looks busy. He looks very busy indeed. Yeah, maybe I should go to the tavern. Maybe that lady wants to talk to me right at the beginning.
Cerberus lifts his triple head and lets out his threefold braying.
Livia, would you stop muttering like Medea over a cauldron? You'll scare away my customers.
They follow their trades, imitating their previous lives, but they are ignorant.
This again. You're in a world of your own, aren't you? Ah, you're here. I'm so glad you decided to visit. I'm Aurelia, and I hope I'm not being too forward, but
The moment I laid eyes on you, I was intrigued. There's
Sure.
a light in your eyes I've never seen before. A certain learning and sophistication.
Don't waste your breath. I know you're a horrible person. I mean, she is. She is, but let's entertain her for now. Oh, stop it. No, please go on. Let's start from the top, shall we? You're as charming as you are beautiful.
Ugh, coming on a bit strong, don't you think?
What?
I take back what I said. Suddenly, I don't find you so intriguing anymore. Let's just forget that ever happened, so we can at least do business. So, what brings you to my tavern?
Ah, yes. What's your story?
Ugh, let it go. Nothing's going to happen between us.
Jesus Christ. Do you... Yeah, she's gonna let me pay 1,000 denarii for it, isn't she?
You know, normally, I'd expect you to buy me a drink before asking if I want to get out of here.
That's cute, but seriously, do you know a way out?
Straight to business, huh? I can work with that. As a matter of fact, I do know a way out.
Oh, do you
I'm happy
now?
to tell you all about it, but this is valuable information we're talking about, and I don't just give it out like some cheap oracle. So, how badly do you want it? Is it worth, say, 1,000 denarii to you?
Not interested. I know it's a scam. I mean, this is the modern day. You want to know how I got rich? Pay me money, so I can tell you how I get rich. Tell me about it. About what I'd be buying. If you have a way out, why haven't you used it yourself? It's kind of unethical to keep these people trapped in here knowing there's a way out. Tell me about what I'd be buying.
I can't tell you too much, or you'd figure it out for yourself. But I promise you, you'll never have to spend another hour in this city ever again.
If you have a way out, why haven't you used it on yourself?
Simple. It's a one-way trip, and I'm not ready to go just yet. I like my life here. One day, maybe, but not now.
Isn't it kind of unethical to keep all these people trapped here knowing there's a way
I think
out?
of it this way. I have something of value, and I'm willing to share it for a price. That's not unethical. That's just good business. Now, do you want it or not?
Nah, it's a scam.
Ha! It's hardly my fault if people misunderstand the terms of a deal. I mean, it does say, "Let the buyer beware," right outside my tavern.
What do you think of the golden
I
rule?
just try not to think about it. Drink helps with that. As the saying goes, to drink is human, so we drink.
I've never heard that before. And about gossip.
Certainly. For 10 denarii.
Sure, whatever.
Have you met Livia? She used to do my hair, until one day she just snapped. This place has that effect on people. Now she just stands around, caked in filth, muttering nonsense to herself. It's a real shame. Now I have to do my own hair.
That was worthless. But, you know, last loop I stole like 2,000 denarii. So I can buy 200 secrets, right?
I hear that if Malleolus is elected, he's gonna throw a small festival to celebrate, with entertainment and everything. Can't wait to find out what it is.
Oh, seems like I've exhausted all dialogue here.
Whatever you like. All right. See ya.
All right. I know about the priestess. Let me do other things. What is this? There's something I can shoot. Bottle of wine, possibly the last bottle of wine in the city. This was a rich fellow. Wow. It's not stealing, it's taking. Yes, okay. Fair enough. Oh. There's stuff in the water? Guess it was only the chest. I mean, fair enough. Right. It's a beautiful little place. Wait, this is the lake where the aqueduct empties. Yes. So it goes all the way up there. I need to talk to more people, need to figure out how they got here.
Keep an eye out for Scintilla, would you?
I know where she is, but I can't do much about that.
A weapon and I'm not.
Thank you. Thank you. I am delighted and deeply honored to have been elected your magistrate. Yes. Thank you. I'm delighted and deeply honored to have been elected your magistrate. And now, I make this solemn promise to you, good citizens. And now, I make this solemn promise to you, good citizens. Under my leadership, you will finally enjoy the freedom you deserve. And yes, no more shall you walk on eggshells. Yes. No more shall you walk on eggshells, fearing simply to live and breathe because the tyrant Sentius told you it was forbidden. Yes.
Yes, quite. Yes.
As magistrate, I hereby announce a day of a day of celebration.
Hi.
I'm not supposed to be in here.
That's the first thing you say. My bad. I know, where do you keep your valuables? What a line to say. What a first line to say. I don't know what we would need to talk about. But sure, can we talk?
Talk? What business could you possibly have with me?
I don't know. Why are you locked in this room? I guess.
My marital affairs are no concern of yours. Thank you very much.
Jesus. How would you like some help getting back at Malleolus? Later maybe. What's your
I
story?
think the better question is, why am I being interrogated by a stranger who just barged into my villa? I have quite enough marriage trouble already, without having to explain to my husband why I am receiving strange men in private.
She's got a point. Sure, what if I help you with Malleus?
An intriguing proposition. Go on.
I don't think he is who he says he is.
Perhaps you're not as silly as those clothes make you look. What makes you say that?
Just a hunch. I was hoping we could figure out his true identity together.
You know, I may have the very thing you're looking for. Some time ago, when he still cared for me, he wrote me a love letter. Only, he used the wrong name. Now, addressing one's wife by the wrong name is not unheard of among philandering Romans. But in this case,
His own name.
the name he got wrong was his own. I confronted him about it, and he stammered through some incoherent response. I let it go, eventually, and yet questions have lingered in the back of my mind ever since. But wait a minute. Why exactly are you helping me?
Like, she knows the questions. I mean, very trusting of a man that just barged into your room in a villa. But yeah, sure. I just hate to see such a beautiful woman treated so poorly. That went well in the tavern, huh? No, I want you to force him to withdraw from the election.
Withdraw? Listen, I may not be Penelope to his Ulysses, but to ruin his plans to become a magistrate? You must think me quite mad. I've heard enough. Get out of here at once.
Domitius, come quickly. We're being robbed.
Oh, maybe charm would have worked. That's a lot of gold.
Do I need to call Domitius? Get out!
Maybe I should have charmed her. What are you doing? Still practicing? No? Right, that plotline doesn't... I mean, has stopped right in its tracks by me choosing the wrong option.
Don't you just love springtime?
Oh yeah, right, he was gonna rile everyone up. Maybe I should go... in the cisterns.
Hey! You're not thinking about going into the cistern, are you?
I know about your creature.
Well, it's your funeral.
Yeah. We need the bow. Alright, back here. Hi.
Who are you? Did he send you?
I know. We've had this conversation.
Wait, what? God, am I going out of my mind? Are you going to let me go or not?
I told Galerius to lead everyone here when the golden rule is broken so they can escape too.
How did you know? Wait, did you hear that? He's here. He must be coming in through the door behind me. You distract him. Stay right here and keep him talking while I look for something I can use.
Hi, Santius.
What did you do with Scintilla? Where is she?
As if I tell you.
So that is how it's going to be. Oh well, this doesn't change anything for me. So, you discovered my secret. So what? What are you going to do about it?
I already know this because I asked you already. So I'm just going to say you're going to die a painful death.
Do you really think you can take on a Decurion with that flimsy little bow?
I probably could, but I'm going to let her have this one.
Scintilla? Where is she?
I'm right here, Father.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Come on, we have to go. The others should be right behind us. Hey, what's happening to you? That light, it's so bright.
Hi there. Gave me a bit of a fray. Thought I was in here alone. I'm Al. Well, here I am.
Yeah,
I was just reading it described an event about two freed an imprisoned woman named Scintilla who had murdered her captain.
New dialogue.
Breaking some kind of ancient law. It said the attack caused golden statues to come
No,
alive,
it's not new.
hunting down everyone in the city
Oh, well.
and turning them into gold. Apparently, Scintilla and a handful of other citizens managed to escape, while the stranger disappeared in a flash of light.
That was me.
What? You're...
When I first arrived. Yeah, we've been through this again.
I
helped kill Scintilla kill the man who opened the time portal and drew me back in time.
So you're saying, because a man from 2,000 years ago is dead, he never created a time portal, so I never went through it, and that's why I don't remember any of this.
Yep, now you're getting it.
I guess you saved my life then, as well as helping a bunch of others to escape. That's a lot to take in.
Enough talk. How can you get out of
we can
this
escape
place?
through the same aqueduct Scintilla used, if we can find it.
It's right here in the cistern. Follow me. Right here. Come on, Al. Right, Al's boarding up the temple. Yeah.
I'm gonna pause here for a moment and make sure nobody else has ever lured into this temple.
Alright.
Go on ahead. I'll be there soon.
You're back! But you're alone. Oh,
Yeah, Al's
what a
coming.
relief. Thank you so much. I was beginning to think you'd both become trapped in there. Why don't you tell me what you discovered while we wait?
Ruins of an
Really?
ancient city.
Sounds amazing. And did you... Ow! It's so good to see you. You were gone so long I thought I'd never see you again.
Kinda lost track of time in there. You wouldn't believe what we found. The ruins of a long-forgotten city. and there was a tablet describing an event 2,000 years ago. Supposedly, the city was destroyed when a woman murdered a tyrant with the help of, well, my new friend here. I know how crazy that sounds.
Maybe not that crazy. That woman. I don't suppose her name was Scintilla?
How could you... What?
She left a tablet of her own. I stumbled across it while I was waiting here. I think she meant for you to read it.
Right, so what else is it? What is it gonna say this time?
I
Same
don't know
old?
what became of you, or if you'll ever read this. But Octavia, Lucretia, Horatius, Equitia and I will never forget you, or what you did for us. It pains us that so many of our dear friends were not so fortunate, including Ulpius and Galerius, who heroically tried to rescue Dooley, but never made it back. But there is no point dwelling on what might have been.
Oh, the ones that escaped are the people you helped in the city.
And try to show others.
I see. So if you help everyone in the
We
city,
promise you that saving our lives was not for nothing. Scintilla et al.
I see what's going on. So if you complete everyone's quests and give all that information to Galerius, he's gonna recruit everyone, everyone's gonna be in the cisterns to escape, and everybody lives. Yeah, we're back here. Need to go complete other quests. I'm sorry. But this timeline is one where you're gonna die. Yeah. Do I still have the lunar band? No, I don't. Or did I? And now I have two of them. Oh, I do have two of them now. Huh. Right, Citizens Register. Who haven't we talked to? Aurelia, we know. Claudia, we know. We got kicked out. Decius, we know. Domitius, no. This guy. Imprisoned in... Ah, yeah, Dooley. Yes. Priestess, yes. Fabia, talk to. Galerius, talk to. Georgius, talk to. Hannibal. Died in cistern. Can we find Hannibal? Horatius, we talked to him. Kabash, foreigner, fisherman, slum, disappeared. Julia... Yeah, we talked to her. Livia, talked to her. Lucretia, talked to her. Yeah, this guy. Money lending. Nivea, physician, locked herself in the palace. Talked to her. Octavia, yes. No? Very briefly. Maybe I should talk to her again. What's duty? Villa lower. Okay. Rufius, done that. Samtia. Ah, no, haven't talked to her yet. Oh, yeah, she was making fun of my clothes and then I threatened to shoot her and... Yeah, okay. Santius, know about that. Yes. Alright. Then we've talked to pretty much everyone. Shut up. I know.
Keep an eye out for Scintilla, would you?
Yep, I will. In fact, I just went to see her. She's doing fine.
Whatever are you wearing?
I'll refrain from using the bow for now.
Ugh, I wish Horatius would stop letting barbarians in here. What do you want?
Don't think you're gonna tell me, but humor me. What's your story?
I'm Sentia, eldest daughter of the magistrate. But you'd know that if you'd been invited in here and introduced properly. What are you doing in here? And why are you dressed like that?
I'm not from around here, or charming. Very charming.
Ugh, what is it with you people? You heard the rumor that my little sister escaped and figure I must know a way out too. Is that it? Well, that's just a stupid rumor. We have no idea what happened to Scintilla. I wish you mouth breathers would just leave me alone.
Sure, can I help?
I don't know. Can you? Can you tell me how a person could have disappeared from a city with no exits and no crime? Was she snatched away by the harpies?
I don't like you. When did you last see her? Your father didn't mention any of this. Sent you, Cynthia, Scintilla. Why are your names also similar? You look surprisingly relaxed. Yeah.
Why? Because I'm on this couch and not pacing about the villa, wasting energy. I hope you're not insinuating I'm somehow pleased with her disappearance.
I think you knew something. Well, it's not gonna work. Just an observation.
If you must know, I'm here because my father has forbidden me from leaving the villa. I couldn't bear to lose you too, he says, as if he loves me, and not because he needs at least one daughter he can trade off.
When did you last see her?
It was 3 weeks ago. We ate our evening meal together, and I remember she seemed happy, in love. We went into our rooms, I went to sleep, and when I woke up, she was gone. That's it.
Interesting.
I think so, yes. But she was very careful about keeping his identity a secret, even from me.
Why?
Because our father had plans to marry her off, eventually, and even a rumor about her attachment to some mystery man might have ruined those plans.
Your father didn't mention any of this when I spoke to him. Any idea why?
That doesn't surprise me. To him, it was like a prize cow wandering off from its paddock. He's upset, of course, but he says he's too busy with the election to help look for her, so he's letting Horatius do the heavy lifting. Some good that's done.
Is it possible her lover was involved? I mean, it's Sentia, so...
I don't know, but it's been 3 weeks since she disappeared, and he hasn't come forward. That might speak to a guilty conscience. All I know is, whoever he is, he's still here in the city.
Why are your names so similar?
You really aren't from here, are you? All Roman women are named after their fathers. I think it's their way of branding us, like cattle to be sold at market. His family name is Sentius, so I'm Sentia because I'm the eldest, and my little sister is formerly Sentia Minor, but she is affectionately known as Scintilla. So you'll help me find her?
All right.
Oh, thank you. You should probably take a look through her room. It's the one just by the front door. Maybe you'll find something the rest of us missed.
I found this pennant in the cistern. Any idea whose it was?
Oh no, that's Scintilla's. The question is, what was it doing in the cistern?
What was it doing around a dead skeleton? Yeah, found around the neck of a skeleton.
A skeleton? Oh, gods. You mean she's...
Oh, maybe, yeah, maybe Sentius did that to make people believe. Ah, yeah. Alright, that makes sense.
What do you mean?
I'm not sure how she could have been reduced to a skeleton after only 3 weeks.
But didn't Domitius say there's some kind of creature down there that killed and ate Hannibal? Could it not have attacked her too?
Yeah, I suppose he did, which makes me wonder what if that skeleton was Hannibal's.
What are you saying? That somebody crept down there and put Sentilla's amulet on another body to make us think she was dead? Why would anyone do such a thing?
Perhaps they abducted her and wants us to stop looking. Think she did it herself to make her stop looking. I'm probably just being paranoid. No, they abducted her and they want to stop looking.
But who? Who could have a reason to do that?
Oh my god, so many. Domitius, he's a sleaze and has better access to the cisterns than anyone. He was there to see... Was he? Oh yeah, he was. He's a secret lover, is clearly heartbroken. Perhaps they hadn't fallen out. Horatius, he had access to her amulet and seems a little cold and composed. Sentius, maybe he found out. You would. Everyone seems to love her and that made you envious. It is Sentius.
That is an extremely serious accusation. I take it you have something to back it up.
It's more of a hunch. I'm still
So
investigating.
this is just baseless speculation then? I've heard enough. I won't have you peddling scurrilous gossip about my sister's tragic death. Kindly keep your insane conspiracy theories to yourself and leave me alone to grieve, you barbarian.
Damn. I feel like I was close there.
Let me grieve my sister's death in peace, will you?
Oh, I found her. Your father is keeping tied up.
What? Is this some kind of crude commoner joke?
No, it's not.
No, surely not. Father, is this true?
I'm afraid it is.
Wait, he's here this whole time?
Understand. Why? Why would you do such a thing?
Because she found a way out. And if you're wondering why I'm telling you this, it's because you're never going to remember any of it. All I have to do is commit a sin, and the day will begin again. Watch this. I'm going to kill you now.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Help me!
What a dick. Maybe we should look for some quests. Oh yeah. Right. That one. Oh, maybe he gives me another clue. Oh no. Wait. Figure out why living the night. Ah yeah. We need to figure out the patterns. And I think if I save this guy, he can tell me some more patterns. I can tell the priestess. Yes.
How come you're allowed a weapon and I'm not?
'Cause you suck. I know.
Citizen.
Rufius. The fuck are you? Oh. Hi. I mean, how much gold do I have? I have quite, yeah, 7,000. And with that amount of gold, I could just run to be the magistrate myself. Maybe I should, huh? Doing good, pushing the boulder.
Salve, friend. I'm Octavia. Welcome to life under the Golden Rule. It's a ghastly thing, is it not? How are you faring so far?
Actually, I really need to talk to this guy.
Well, it was lovely to meet you. I look forward to getting to know you better over the coming months. And if you ever...
I can't believe this is how it ends.
Oh no. No. No, 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 no. Ulpius, what are you doing? Get back from there. If you lose your balance, you'll fall.
That's the idea.
What? Why? Why would you want that?
Why do you think I'm stuck for the rest of my life working for a man who treats me like an animal?
I know things are hard for you right now. They're hard for all of us. We're all in this together, Ulpius. Please, please just think this through. If you do this, it could be the sin that seals all of our fates. Is that what you want?
I'm sorry, but I just don't care anymore.
Please, Ulpius. Help him. If he goes through with it, it could be the end for us all. I don't know what to do. I've never had to deal with this sort of thing. Please, you need to talk to him.
Oh, right. Do you really think this would break the golden rule? Good luck, I'm out. I mean, no, I need him.
And please, choose your words carefully.
Yeah, first time I tried to bluff, didn't really work out. So I tried this because I found the love letter Scintilla wrote, so I'm gonna...
know about that? How is that possible? I mean, I've never mentioned it to anyone.
You'd never believe me if I told you.
If you say so. You don't understand. I don't want to hurt anyone. I just want it all to be over.
Maybe I can help.
It's late for that. Yulia and I made a pact, and she's already swallowed hemlock this morning. If I backed out now, I'd be betraying her. I can't do that.
And Lucretia was able to get some silpium in time to save her. She's going to be fine.
Really? That changes things a little. But we're still in debt bondage to that monster.
Just a little.
Unless you happen to have 2,000 denarii to pay off both of our debts.
As a matter of fact, I do.
Really? Wait. So, I guess you'd want me to work for you then?
Sure, why not? No. I can steal way more every loop, so it's fine.
You'd do that for us? A couple of complete strangers?
Of course.
It seems today we are both blessed. This did not turn out how I thought. Thank you, friend. I never thought people like you existed. Thank you.
Here's the money.
I'll go and pay off our debts immediately. I just wish there was some way I could repay you. But I have nothing but the tunic on my back.
Give me information.
I'll go and take care of things with Malleolus and tell Yulia the good news. Thanks again, friend. I'll never forget what you did for us.
Give me information. Information. Now. And I'm going to follow you until I can talk to you. But he seems to be slightly outpacing me, actually.
Welcome.
Yulia! I'm so glad you didn't go through with it.
It wasn't for lack of trying. And now Malleolus is going to... Wait. Why do you look so happy?
We're free. Malleolus just released us and we never have to set foot in that villa again.
What? How?
The newcomer arranged it somehow.
Really? That's... incredible. Oh, what a relief. I don't know what to say.
You don't need to say anything. Just rest up, get your strength back, and we'll celebrate properly when you're ready.
I will. Thank you, Ulpius. I will.
Hey, I need to talk to you.
Shalom.
Shalom? What, you're a Jew? So what's your story?
You mean where am I from and all that? Judea, originally. But when I was a child, I moved to Rome with my family, Romanized my name and spent most of my life in the Jewish district of Trans-Tiberim, across the Tiber from the main city. That's where I was when the fires broke out.
Fire?
Everyone was running toward the river and I,
Fire,
listening
river.
to my inner contrarian, ran the other way. Every road leading out of Rome was in chaos, full of people with all their belongings in carts and brigands preying on them. Several hours down the Appian Way, I saw another Jewish family being attacked by 3 opportunists. So I picked up a branch from the side of the road and went to defend them. I can only assume they got the better of me because the next thing I knew, I was waking up in a forest, by a river not far from here.
Mention the coin.
No memory of how I got there. It's strange though because I still had my purse on me.
Oh yeah, they all had a coin, didn't they?
Throw me in a river, but not take my coins.
That's odd, most of the others were in Rome. But you're saying you were several hours away?
You're right. I always just assumed the river carried me, but I'm not sure I was anywhere near the Tiber when I fell. I'm sure it'll all make sense if we ever get out of here.
Do you know a way to get out?
I don't. But even if I did, I'm not going anywhere. I have unfinished business.
Okay. What do you think?
Well, neither of us have a couple of hours to stand around talking about theology, law, and collective punishment, so I guess you're looking for a pithy summary? You remind me of an old story from my people about Hillel the Elder. He was approached by a Gentile and asked to explain the entire Torah while he stood on one foot. Obliging, he replied, "What is hateful to you, do not do to another. That is the whole Torah. The rest is commentary. Go and learn." Of course, what I want to know is, what kind of a god sees a young woman abducted and does nothing about it? Not my god. That's for sure.
Good question.
I just wish there was a way to find out.
So who are you going to
Sentius,
vote for?
I suppose. I'd have to be insane to vote for Malleolus after what he did to me.
Oh yeah. Guess that makes sense.
All right, friend. Thanks for the chat.
A golden bow, just like Apollo and Diana's.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oi, you got a coin as well?
a new face. Ave, and may Vesta watch over you. I'm Equitia. To what do I owe the pleasure of this visit?
No. Pattern?
Interesting. I'm not sure why you're telling me.
Mention the coin.
Yes, I suppose that could be something. But then most of us do tend to carry coins on our person, don't we? What else?
The river.
Yes, I understand many of our friends were carried here by a river current. What else?
Memory
That's true.
lapses.
I know I wasn't entirely sure how I wound up here. It's as I feared. I think I understand what poor Livia has been going through. Let me ask you this. Did you happen to encounter a stranger in the forest before you arrived here?
I did.
And did you happen to catch her name?
Oh yeah. I was gonna say, I already told you, but you don't remember the looks.
I see. And was this Karen, by any chance, wearing a hood?
Was she? Oh, she was wearing a hoodie. How could you have known that?
Because I've seen her before. There's something I think you should see. I think you'd better follow me to the baths.
Oh, some private time in the baths, huh?
But don't follow too closely. We can't have people thinking we're bathing together.
Don't follow too closely. There we go. Yes, definitely not making our way towards the bath. Whispers say it's all up to you, so they don't want to give me any tips right now. Damn, that's deep. What am I supposed to see here?
All right, you're here. You were asking how I knew the young woman you met by the river was wearing a hood. Here, look down at the bottom of the baths. It's a little hard to make out in this light. If only we could see. Oh, what a marvelous lamp. But do you see it? Somebody waking up by a river in a forest to find a hooded figure with a coin. It's just as you described it, only your pronunciation is a little off. The name you heard wasn't Karen. It was C-H-A-R-O-N.
The underworld.
Charon, the ferryman of the dead. Charon, who, in exchange for the right coin, helps the souls of the newly deceased cross the Styx, the river that separates the land of the living from the land of the dead.
When I dragged you out of the river, I thought you were never gonna wake up. I checked your pockets for ID, but all I found was some loose change. Feels like I've spent my whole life in a dead-end job with an endless commute. Sorry if I sounded cagey, it's just that I don't always get the best reactions when I introduce myself. My name's Karen.
There are a bunch of old stories about the gods punishing people by making them do the same futile task over and over. But on the bright side, at least you're not stuck in the underworld like they all were.
I'm so sorry, my friend. I'm so sorry. I take it you know what this means.
Alright, that's something I mean, if you know Roman and Greek mythology, you probably figured it out, but oh damn. It's pretty clever.
I'm afraid so. It's all starting to make sense. All these people whose last memory was running from the fires toward the river. It seems none of them escaped with their lives after all. Perhaps we should be grateful they don't remember their final moments. It also tells us that the Golden Rule is the work of Pluto, the god of the underworld, and why his epithet has always been Father of Riches. I know it's a lot to take
Damn.
in, and you look as if
She's
you have
good.
questions, so I'll try to answer them if I can.
So we're dead?
That was my first thought too. In the old stories, the underworld was where the souls of the deceased were taken. But it was also possible for the living to reach it without dying, if they were particularly fearless. So I'm afraid I don't know.
What can you tell me about Karen?
Oh, I'm sorry. I keep forgetting you're not from here. If you were Roman or even Greek, you would know these stories. Each of them is slightly different, whether the storyteller was Plato, Homer, Virgil, or Ovid. But they always involved the souls of the dead meeting a grim ferryman named Charon on the bank of a river. It was said that he'd help the new arrival cross, only if they could pay him with a coin, an obol. That's why it was once our custom to bury our loved ones with a coin in their mouths. Charon's obol, we called it. Of course, an obol was a kind of Greek coin, because we inherited this knowledge from the Greeks.
Why didn't you all recognize Charon immediately?
To be fair, the ferryman isn't exactly as the poets described, and he, she, they seem to appear to different people in different guises. You say you saw a young woman named Karen with a hood, and I once heard Kabash mention a stranger in a ram headdress named Kerti, and Rufius described meeting a stranger named Kumut Tabal wearing an eagle headdress. But whatever form this stranger took, they were always wearing a hood of some sort, and their name always began with a K sound. I suspect the only way you'll solve this riddle is if your paths cross again.
Why are there so few people in the underworld?
Good question. Let's see. In the stories, Charon would always require a coin as payment for passage across the river. But that never made any sense to me. What does an ancient immortal being need with coins? In our case, it seems Charon didn't take the coins we had. He or she merely checked we had one in our possession. So, maybe there's something special about the coins each of us had on us. That might explain why we wound up here, but so many others did not.
Where are you trying to keep this from me? I mean, probably to preserve some sanity.
No. I mean, I had my suspicions, especially after Livia's ramblings, but I would never have figured it out without your help, I promise you.
Okay. That's all.
Now that we know where we are, we have to figure out what to do about it, if we don't want to be cast into gold for eternity. We don't have much to go on, except the old stories. I remember 4 in particular about heroes in the underworld. Hercules, the demigod and son of Jupiter. Orpheus, a Thracian poet. Sisyphus, a king of Ephyra. And Aeneas, a Trojan hero. Hercules was able to leave the underworld because he cowed its god with his strength. Sisyphus and Orpheus both relied on their wits instead. They persuaded the goddess of the underworld, Proserpina, to help them escape. And finally, Aeneas was able to escape with the help of a spirit guide, who led him through a secret gate. So it seems you have 2 options: to confront the god of the underworld head-on, or find a way to escape with the help of Proserpina or some other guide.
Damn, okay. Can we just escape the way we came in?
It's a reasonable question, but the problem is, this place is fairly well designed to keep us here. There's no way to climb up the shaft. And even if you could build a ladder big enough, just trying it would break the golden rule. We know that, thanks to the writings left behind by those who've tried.
I've noticed you seem uncomfortable calling the god of the underworld by his name. Tell me more about confronting the god head-on, of course. Tell me more about skipping with help. Alright.
All Romans try to avoid saying it, and the reason is quite simple. He might hear us. You may refer to him as Pluto, if you wish, but you'll only be calling attention to yourself. Do so at your own peril.
Hey, Pluto. Tell me more about confronting Pluto.
Shh! Is everyone so blunt where you're from? Oh. That option would be the boldest, but also the only way to learn the truth about the Golden Rule, and maybe even put an end to it. As I said, Hercules managed to overpower the god of the underworld, but he was a demigod. Forgive my candor, but you are no Hercules.
Hey. Hercules couldn't manipulate time or turn organic matter into gold. I mean, I can. I can do that.
Are you telling me that you can? I won't pretend to understand exactly what that means, but if that's true, then perhaps you stand a chance. So, if you want to confront him, I'll help you as much as I can. Who knows? Perhaps your name will be uttered in the same sentence as Hercules one day. But first, you'd need an audience with you-know-who.
Plato.
For that, you'll need to enter the great temple overlooking the city.
You got a key?
The problem is, the door has been sealed shut for as long as I've lived here, and there doesn't even seem to be a keyhole. I suspect the answer lies in the desecrated obelisk in front of it. I'm not sure if you noticed, but there are 4 plaques missing from its base. It looks as though somebody, or a series of somebodies, forcibly removed them, and in doing so, dishonored and angered our divine keeper. If you could recover and replace all 4 of those missing plaques, I imagine he might be willing to receive an audience again.
Jesus, lady, that sounds like a lot of work. So what about the obelisk?
It's the towering stone monument with 4 sides and a pyramid-shaped head that stands before the great temple, a dedication to the god of this place. You'll find them all over Rome, but of course they were looted from Egypt many years ago. It seems one of them made its way here too, although how is a mystery. However, this one is unusual in that each of the 4 sides is decorated in a different style: Roman, Greek, Egyptian, and another I don't recognize.
Really?
That means you'll need to recover 4 different plaques: Roman, Greek, Egyptian, and a 4th, a mystery plaque.
A Herculean task. Ask her about the location. Where's the Greek one?
I don't know. But perhaps you should begin your search with the local Greek fellow, Georgius. His store is in the forum.
He's a Greek. And the Egyptian, is there an Egyptian? Not that I know.
Perhaps Kabash, our Egyptian resident.
But he's missing.
Tell us. Unfortunately, he disappeared weeks ago. But I did hear Aurelia is peddling rumors about him at the tavern, so perhaps you could talk to her.
No, that lady does not like me. So the mystery plaque.
You're on your own with that one, but perhaps finding the other 3 will illuminate the way.
What do I need to do if I want to escape with Prosperia?
As I mentioned, both Orpheus and Sisyphus were said to have persuaded Proserpina to help them escape, and Aeneas was guided to the exit. The problem is, those are the stories of a poet, a self-aggrandizing king, and a brawler about their own heroic deeds, so they should be taken with a grain of salt. First, Proserpina. What we do know about her is, well, it's a grim tale. It's said the god of the underworld abducted and dragged her here against her will, forcing her into marriage.
Jesus. So she might be able to work against him to help us.
If the stories are true, then I suppose so. The problem is, how do we communicate with her without being noticed by her captor? Leaving that aside for a moment, there is also the possibility of a spirit guide. I don't suppose you've come across one of those in your travels?
Not that I remember. I hear only the female. Oh yeah, now that that's laid out in front of me, it's always a female whisper.
Truly? And you're only bringing this up now? Then again, I suppose you were worried I'd think you were as mad as Navia. Can you tell me more? Is it the same voice? What kinds of thing does it say?
It's always the same voice, and she's helpful if a little cryptic.
Fascinating. Perhaps she's a benevolent spirit. Or perhaps... Perhaps you're hearing the voice of Proserpina herself. If she has indeed been abducted, it would make sense for her to speak in cryptic whispers to avoid detection. Tell me, has she told you anything that might lead you to the way out?
I've already found a way to escape, yeah, through the cisterns.
Truly? Then why are you still here?
Because that part will result in the death of nearly everyone, and I don't want that.
Ah, I see. Then it seems you have made a great sacrifice for all of us, friend. I admire your compassion. Truly. Thank you. But unfortunately, I'm afraid your only other option will be to confront you-know-who.
Yeah, Plato. Alright, let's get started. Let's go to Plato.
Alright. I would suggest not discussing this with anyone. The best we can do for them is to let them remain oblivious for as long as possible. As for Livia, it seems she's been shouldering the weight of this terrible secret all this time. Perhaps it would comfort her to know she's not alone.
Ooh, I'll start looking. I mean, I'll have a chat with her.
Time is of the essence, so you'd best begin. May Fortuna guide you. Although you may not need her with Proserpina on your side.
Huh. Yeah, that's very peculiar. He listens with their ears. That's a bit too cryptic for me, statue. So what are you gonna do? Are you gonna tell someone?
That's quite an impressive bow you have there. Just like Diana's.
No, back to normal. She's going back to normal. What are you doing, my friend? I'll leave you to it.
Ave.
We just crossed paths a minute
How
ago.
come you're allowed a weapon and I'm not?
I hope you have a good reason for flouting my weapons ban.
Sure do. Did I talk with her yet?
Thea,
In this loop?
generate mind.
No, I haven't. Because Santius threatened to kill me and started all over again.
A thoroughfare. Ugh, I wish Horatius would stop letting barbaric.
Yeah. Maybe we should wait for a while. Maybe we should. What do you think?
You know, some people say it's the creation of an all-seeing God who's watching everything we do. But what kind of an awful, incompetent God would let my sister go missing on his or her watch? Did you hear that? Curse you, you coward! Where is my sister? What do you have to say for yourself? No response. Nothing. That's what I thought.
Well, at least we know blasphemy doesn't break the golden rule.
I'm telling you, this mysterious god of ours has to be asleep on the job. Either that, or, like people are saying, it really is just a children's fable my father is exploiting to frighten us into behaving.
I'll suppose we find out.
I suppose we will.
Actually,
I trust you can see yourself out.
Actually, things I'm way too intrigued to
Keep an eye
talk.
out for Scintilla, would you?
I'm way too intrigued to talk to Plato. The plaques, right? Plaques. It's gonna take quite a long time. And I don't have a lot of time.
Be careful who you trust.
I mean, for today, at least. So what do we do then? What? Right, so this obelisk. What's this? The priestess said it was depicting different periods, right? Styles. Right, that's Egyptian, definitely. What's this? This looks to be Roman. Is that Greek? I don't know. Then what's this? Yeah, what are those? Because they vaguely resemble the Egyptian, but I'm pretty sure this is the Egyptian side. What are those? Gods? Oh. This isn't broken. Oh yeah, right, the woman in the villa. There are so many leads I still have to...
I hope you're taking care of yourself.
Salve.
There are so many leads I still have to explore. What's this? A locked door. Okay.
Be careful who you trust.
He watches through their eyes. Who? Plato? The thing is, it would be very interesting to continue on the God's quest. But I figure that's gonna take quite some time.
How come you're allowed a weapon and I'm not?
So...
thank you.
I'm gonna do some other things.
I am delighted and deeply honored.
See if I can convince this woman to give me the evidence.
I'm not supposed to be in here.
I know.
Talk. Or...
Right. Just this part. How do we...
An intriguing...
Yes. Don't think who says.
Perhaps you're not...
Yes, yes.
You know...
Give me the letter with his name.
Addressing one's wife, but I confronted him about it, and he stammered through some incoherent response. But...
Why exactly? So... This didn't work. Oh no, it did work. No.
Withdraw. Listen.
Oh. No. I thought the next option was to charm her. Okay. No. I messed it up again. Darn. What else?
hope you have a good reason for flouting my weapon.
Yeah.
Fear is proof of a
Sure.
degenerate mind.
Let's do the Scintilla thing.
Oh, look, you're back. Oh, you...
Yeah, found her. She's... No, that's gonna... Oh, that's gonna... Can I back out? No? Right. Seems like this is gonna be...
Is this some kind of crude commoner joke? No, surely not. Father, is this true?
I'm afraid it is.
Horatio is just...
Why? Why would you do
He's just
such a thing?
eyeing suspicious.
Because she found a way out. And if you're wondering why I'm telling you this...
Yeah, you're going to kill me.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
God damn it. Oh yeah, hold on. Again, the diary. Well, that's a shame. Oh, we don't have to go through all of that again. Good.
That's quite an impressive bow you have there. Just like Diana.
Right, since then, what have we done? Oh, that means... Yeah, we have basically reset the conversations. So let's quickly handle those. See what we can do. And then end it right here.
How come you're allowed a weapon and I'm not?
Shut up, Domitius.
Thank you. Thank you. I am delighted and deeply honored.
Hi, it's me again.
You're not supposed to be in here.
Yeah.
Talk.
Can we talk? Know how to get back? It's not who he says he is. Just a hunch. Alright. Just hate to see such a beautiful woman treated so poorly.
Oh, aren't you charming? I'm quite sure my husband would seethe with impotent rage if he overheard you say that. I love it. It seems our interests are aligned. I imagine knowing his true identity will give me the leverage I need to manage him appropriately. But first, I need you to do something for me.
No, I just want that ladder. Give me the ladder.
I want you to bring me some wine.
Oh, that I can do.
One small urn should do it. Oh, don't look at me like that. I know this must be hard for you to wrap your sweet little pleb head around. So what do you need me to spell out?
Why do you want wine? Why can't you get it yourself? Yeah, why can't you get it yourself?
You mean, aside from the fact that I'm locked in this room and Domitius is right outside the villa, because there's barely any left in the city. In fact, there's only one small urn, as far as I'm aware. And getting it won't be easy.
Yeah, so why do you want... I mean, probably to drink, but... I'd be a fool not to ask this.
Let me tell you something about Malleolus. He talks a lot about freedom, but what he doesn't tell you is that he means freedom for men. After all I've done for him, counselling him through his entire election campaign, and he had the audacity to lock me in here. He said it was for my own good, and that my drinking was unbecoming of a lady, let alone the wife of a magistrate. I'll show him unbecoming. Tonight, at his victory party, I'm going to get good and merry, and if he tries to discipline me again, I'll threaten to expose his true identity in front of everyone. I am so looking forward to it.
Wow, this does sound like a healthy relationship.
So, you'll help me?
Sure, I have some wine.
Thank you. Here's the letter.
A love letter in which Malleus accidentally acknowledges his name is Quintius. Quintius to beloved Claudia, for a time I despaired at the thought of being trapped here with the rest of my life, but then I met you and discovered that as long as I'm with you, I'm exactly where I should be. Mere words cannot express my affection for you, and so I would like to perform a grand gesture. I will become this city's magistrate, so that I may govern with wisdom and strength, with you by my side. Okay.
Now, perhaps you can tell me who Quintius really is.
Yeah, according to his bounty letter from Emperor Nero, he's the person who started the fires in Rome last year.
What? He's...
Ooh.
Oh no. That's... quite a lot more serious than I imagined.
All of it is
I only
connected.
wanted to leverage over him, not to destroy him. Give me that immediately. Nobody else must know.
No, I think I'll hang up to it. Sure, you can have this, I can always get another copy. Yeah, kinda. Sure, you can have it, nobody else will ever know. Lie. No.
What? No. You tricked me, you mendacious little stirkers.
I didn't lie.
It was a lie of omission. You were planning this all along and you deliberately concealed it. May Jupiter cut you down.
I'll be going now.
I curse you. I curse your life and mind and memory. May you be unable to walk or eat or drink. May this drag you to the depths. This is outrageous.
Wow. You really went from 0 to 100 to 0 to 100, huh?
Do I need to call Domitius? Get out!
Oh yeah, speaking of, I have a diary, don't I? Yeah, I do have. Summary. Aurelia boasts about scamming Julian Ulpius and hopes Malleus wins the election so she can pay him a tribute in exchange for Sentius's villa. Today I'm celebrating. I made the easiest 1,000 denarii I ever made by selling a way out to Desperate Fool. Of course, it may not have been the way out she was hoping for, but Hemlock still counts. That'll teach her for insulting my hair. Wow. And since it didn't break the golden rule, I may have to try this again sometime. It worked again. Another... Of course, there's very little to spend money. Just having it gives me a little thrill. Finally, I have something to spend my money on. Malleus is running for magistrate. And he's promised that for a sufficient tribute, I'll be able to move into old Sentius's villa once it's vacated. How he plans to achieve that, he wouldn't say, but still. I better make sure he wins. Interesting. Can I talk to you about how you set Rome on fire?
What is the meaning of this? Domitius doesn't usually let anyone in here without a hefty tribute, so you must have been desperate to see me. Well, what do you want?
Can I talk to you about the Roman fire? No? I want you to withdraw. Can I do that? Can I do that with the evidence I have?
Are you insane? You barge into my villa uninvited and then make outrageous demands? Why would I withdraw from an election I'm bound to win?
Because I know you're Quintus, your wife gave me your love letter, and Nero wants you dead.
So, it finally caught up with me. I suppose that makes you... what? One of Nero's assassins?
The Emperor sends his regards. No, I'm not. Fortunate for you.
So, you're not going to kill me?
Not if you withdraw from the election and release everyone in debt bondage to you. Oh, I don't need to pay 2,000 denarii every time. Let's make a more sensible request.
So much work for nothing. Ugh. If I do it, you'll let me live?
I will. He looks so sad.
Fine. Ruling this cesspit of a city would have been beneath me anyway. I'll have Domitius notify the priestess of my withdrawal. There. You got what you wanted. Now, please, leave my villa and never speak to me again.
I mean, the thing is, with everything going on, if I were to vote with the information I have, I probably would go for him.
Are you listening?
Yes, sir.
I've made a decision to withdraw from the election. I want you to go and inform Equitia.
Sir? Are you under duress, sir?
I've just had a change of heart.
But you were on track to be magistrate, sir. All that work, all that money, wasted.
Those are my orders. Carry them out.
As you wish, sir.
It's also very cool they have dialogue for this.
Priestess, Malleolus has decided to withdraw from the election.
Oh, well, that's surprising, but thank you for telling me. I'll let everyone know.
Find me? Oh, wait.
Citizens, I have an announcement. Malleolus has withdrawn his candidacy from today's election. Unless
Where is everyone?
new challengers are nominated by nightfall, Sentius will be re-elected magistrate by default.
Can I
That
become
is all.
Can I become magistrate?
Ave again. Did you find what you need?
What's the election?
Well, Malleolus has withdrawn for some unknown reason, so unless somebody else is nominated by the end of the day, Sentius will win by default. Why do you ask?
Can I nominate myself?
You can, assuming they're eligible and willing to accept the nomination.
Who would want to be... Right, I'm kind of curious what happens when Sentius just gets re-elected by default.
As I said, I'm planning to hold it before dark.
I just want to get it over and done with. Sure.
Well, I wouldn't describe impatience as... Yes, I have overheard some rather unpleasant arguments.
Avoid conflict.
Citizens, I have an announcement.
Yay! You were here quick. Right. Oh, he's already here. What? Don't mind me. Just checking out some old abandoned chests. Oh yeah, what does this say? The Mid of the Golden Rule by Dodgers the Younger. As per custom, I shall begin by paying my respect to the god responsible for the city, for our continued prosperity and tranquil seclusion. He deserves our admiration, but here I must depart from custom for his attempt at imposing strict rule, overreaching political contempt. Who among us has not awoken?
Malleolus has withdrawn from the election. Since no challenger has been nominated, Sextus Sentius Imperiosus will remain your magistrate for another term.
My fellow citizens, you've placed your trust in me once again, and you won't regret it.
Oh boy.
Now that each day henceforth will be just like this one, and I will deliver.
You and your rival, whatever your name is, you're responsible for this, aren't you? Nobody likes Caput Murday foreigners interfering in an election.
Shut up and let the magistrate speak.
Malleolus is gonna be magistrate by the end of the day.
You have no idea what you're doing. You're going to get us all killed.
Just stay out of our way, and we won't have a problem.
Wait, I will not allow you to do
This
this.
You're showing
This statue just moved, didn't it?
Your corruption sickens me. Domitius, ignore her. Proceed.
This is insanity. You'll doom us all.
Lies! It is time the Golden Rule was exposed for what it is. A children's fable, exploited by a treacherous leader to instill fear in all of us.
The Golden Rule is real, you idiot.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
I mean, it was bound to happen anyway, so I guess I just sped things up. Yeah. No items. Why can't you just take the key? But yeah, that was kind of a forced end to the loop I forced. Just so I can close this session off right before we go confront Plato. So yeah, that's gonna be it. Let's save for now. There we go. Yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Right, we've figured out quite a lot of things in this playthrough already, but next thing we're gonna do is get the best ending, and that's probably saving everyone, confronting Plato, or escaping with Proserpia's help. I don't know how long that's gonna take, but we'll do it next time. I hope you enjoyed. I certainly did. And if you want to see me again, I always stream Friday through Sunday at around 8 p.m. Central European Time. You're welcome to join me then. But until then, have a great rest of your day, and hopefully I'll be seeing you next time. So yeah, bye. Have a good one.